And hello, welcome to Solo Playthroughs. Mike is on. Mike might be a little loud. I look like I'm hitting the red. Let me know if I'm popping out. I'm gonna lower that just because it looks like that's gonna be too loud. I don't know why it's all of a sudden hitting the end. It's usually not a good thing when your mic is like hitting all the way over. So someone let me know if that's too low. If it's too low, I can make it higher, but it just looked like it would be popping off for sure. So we've got a couple of chats already. Sagitt, Team Manticore has faced some unfortunate delays in their members arriving to the stream, but rest assured, we are on our way. Wish we had some scouts to lead us. Would have solved a lot of problems. Funny. That Sagitt's a funny guy. For those of you who don't know, Sagitt's on a mission to convince me that the scouts are actually a good unit. And I don't think that's going to work. But, maybe one day I'll be in a spot where I just really need some scouts. And then we have Warlord Drake, otherwise known as Dursu Salazar, otherwise known as the designer of Return of Apocalypse Dragon. That scenario that I've done twice. I think I got the rules mostly right the second time. But I'm going to definitely do that a third time. So we will have Dursu live in studio, per se, by the magic of... Not really. By the magic of Discord, his voice will be in studio, and we'll get him back on the channel so he can kind of talk me through another playthrough of that really cool scenario. But first, we have a thing that we need to do. We need to beat Volcare's quest, and that victory has been a bit more elusive than I expected it to be. I've really been thinking a lot about my strategy, especially in day 3, where I think I've really put myself in a bad spot by not just aggressively going through my deck in day 3. I do like the idea of having one battle with Volkare in day 3, but honestly, if you cannot be in a place where you can immediately rest after that, you're going to be vulnerable, and we've seen that kind of play out in my last 3 attempts. I think the second attempt was probably the one I was really the closest and probably just got the most unlucky with how that deck came out. I don't know what happened with Krang last time. My deck never really felt like it came together, unfortunately, and then we were just kind of stuck in a pretty awkward spot. So, do apologize for being a few minutes late today. Got a lot going on, some personal stuff that I'm trying to attend to and whatnot. So, getting this back on the table and getting all the tech ready to start live streaming again took a little bit of time. And again, if someone can just confirm that the audio level is good, that would be really appreciated because, again, it looked like it was popping off pretty hard. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to shuffle up all these beautiful decks that we have in front of us. I hope everyone's having a great day. I know a lot of where my neck of the woods, the northeast and the entire coast of America has been underwater. Obviously, some seriously bad hurricanes down in Florida that have made their way up the East Coast, but no longer hurricanes. But I hope anyone watching from Florida is doing a-okay. Looked like some pretty devastating effects of a storm. Just another reminder that sometimes board games are not all that we should care about. So, but definitely my thoughts with people down there. Let's get out some of Arythea's stuff here. We have her skills. Again, I'm going to take her competitive skill out because the major discoloration issue. I'll just put that over there. And I'll take the cooperative skill out with discoloration. If the competitive skill comes out, I will use the cooperative skill as a proxy. So shuffle these up, make sure all 10 are there, looking good, put that there. We have Volcare's little turn order thing out, we'll put Arythea's turn order thing out. I'll just go ahead and roll the source now. We roll 4 dice in Volcare's quest. Now, there were some interesting questions. I got a blue, white It was definitely a gold. It was blue, blue, white, gold. One of them just flipped. Some things these dice are very, very... They flip very easily. But yeah, blue, blue, white, gold. If someone saw 3 blues and I'm making up the gold in my head, which, you know, it could happen. There's some crazy stuff in my head. Voices sometimes, gold dice that aren't there. If you could just let me know that, that'd be great. Let me know if this... I'm wondering... Sometimes I have issues with this chat. So, is there chat really happening and I'm not seeing it? Because this is unusual. That's why I need Saget to be here all the time. No chat. Alright. Which just makes me worry that... Oh, yeah, there is a chat. What the heck, dude? Let me pop out this chat again. Pop out the chat. I don't know why. That's like a new thing, and it's very annoying. You're like, you think it's annoying. You talk about it all the time. All right. Mateo, hello. Salbadan Kalanik. Hi. Saget Woof, you are loud is maybe the wrong mic again. I was loud. Today is the day. Let's go. I think it's the same issue I had earlier in the year. It's not the headphone mic it's working, but probably the PC mic or the cam. No, this is the... Oh, there we go. You're so smart. All right, is that better? Yep. Okay. That made sense. Man, the input went to a totally different thing. I don't even know what was picking me up, but that was stupid loud. But I definitely don't need to decrease the decibels now. Now I'm -3. Now I'm going to be loud. Now I'm going to be all right, is that better? That should be good. That should be the same audio size we had last week. So, okay, thank you, Warlord. And now it is much better. Maybe one thought on strategy. If you manage to grab some good Mass Effect spells early, first battle ended date night 2 is usually a good option as well. Oof. I think that would depend on where Volcare is on the map for sure. Warlord Drake, oh, now is good, and now is much better. Mateo, much better. Yeah, that's... Man, OBS has done like an amazing amount of updates, and I just gotta get... every time now, I just have to get in the habit of making sure that my correct mic is in the correct slot. So I don't even know what it defaulted to. Increase now just a bit. Yeah, perfect now. Thank you, Warlord. Hello, Greg. Yay, chat from Germany. Excellent. I knew something was weird, and it just never dawned on me that it was picking up the wrong mic. I was like, wow, that is stupid loud. I was like clearly peaking like crazy. Sad, you know I watch your videos too much. If I can tell by the audio signature something is wrong with your setup. No, it's... I mean, I could tell something was wrong on my side. I just didn't figure out the thing, and, you know, clearly... That was the impressive part. You're like, oh, I think it's going through the wrong input. You're like, oh, look at that. Brilliant. I don't even know why it allows that other input to come through this channel, though. That's what I don't know, man. One day, I'm going to figure this all out, but that day is not today. So I apologize for anybody who I gave a headache to. You can send the bill for Tylenol to Solo Playthroughs, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It will get to me, no doubt. I'll make sure to get right on that. We're going to have our starting units. We have some peasants. Oh, come on, give me some scouts. Give me some scouts. Nope, we got some illusionists. I want some scouts. Nope, we got some magic, familiars, and some peasants. Sorry, Saget, I know you're upset. Rolling 2 dice. We got a green and a red. These are going to be our indecisive units. That will go there. This comes out. I wanted them, man. I was calling for the scouts, dude. They just didn't show up. They did not respond to their call to duty. They were just like, nope, that Greg dude is on his own because he's been so critical of us. And they're upset. They're upset. They have egos like we do, and it's an upsetting thing for me to do to them, clearly. All right, I need to get set up with the number of wounds in the deck. So we are playing on tight. So we're going to have 16 wounds in this deck. So these 16 cards from Bravelar's deck. I don't want to talk to you. All right, 4, 8. I really didn't want to talk to that person. That call, for whatever it's worth. So the 16 cards of Bravelar's deck, 4, 8, 12, 16 wounds, and then we have the 4 competitive skills, and I'm going to make sure that I, shuffle 17 wounds to the bottom of the deck, because that's when it's most exciting. Mateo says, ha ha ha, yeah, we had to figure out if I would have the issue when you join my stream. I don't know, man. I'm just gonna have to make sure that because I'm having issues where it's like not picking me up at all, and like I just need to, as part of my checklist, I just need to add like my before stream checklist. I just need to add, make sure that the right mic is in the slot where it's supposed to be. I don't understand why it's happening. It was not an issue for a few months, and then all of a sudden, like the last I think 2-3 months, like some changes with OBS and software updates have made my life a little bit more complicated. But that's fine. We too will overcome this. I don't think it has anything to do with adding the third camera. I think it's just something going on that's different than that. So the third camera is in play today, so we will have a hand cam. Excited about that. I think your gain is slightly too high now, by the way, but if you don't get super excited, then we'll be fine. I think your gain is slightly too high now. The mic issues with Warlord Drake. Sorry for possible double points. Post YouTube user Maya. We all know you should have said don't be scouts and draw them. Same as when you same as when you roll blue and you say don't roll blue. Yeah, I could definitely lessen the gain. Let me go down 1.5. Yeah, I'm in the yellow right now, which is where you want to be. So if that's too low or too high, just let me know. I'm really happy to keep tweaking this. Definitely had some interesting feedback even this week on this mic and trying to get the most out of it. So that is good. I love the feedback. All right, this is Volcare's deck. Volcare's deck will go right about here. And we'll just get it half off camera. We just need to see the color and whether or not it is a spell. All right, I'm going to shuffle up the artifacts. Artifacts are good. They will go there. We'll put a little stone on top of there. Help me keep that as the artifact deck. We're going to have the spells and the advanced actions. And we're good. Yeah, someone just let me know. So yeah, I tweaked it down. I'm down probably a little bit more, probably down a little bit further than I've been in a while. So let me know if that's an improvement. And I'll just try not to get excited. I'm not very excitable. Yeah, if I'm peaking, that's not an enjoyable experience for anybody. No, good. Maybe I'll get the mic a little bit further from my gaping maw beneath my nose as well. That's a mouth, people. That is a mouth. All right, we're going to put some spells out. We have Snowstorm, like to see it. We have Cure. Had some interesting ideas with Cure a couple weeks ago that never came together. And then we have Call to Arms, which I do like seeing that. That could be super helpful. We have our 4 cities. I am good. Also not an audio professional. Yeah, I hear that. I do have an audio professional on Patreon, so I need to probably just sit down with him and like be like, dude, help me. Why am I having troubles all of a sudden? I thought I was in a sweet spot for a while, and now we're back to figuring it out on the fly. But we get it sorted out pretty quick. So, tune in to solo playthroughs and watch him struggle with his equipment every week. So this good. We'll get it out of the way today. We are streaming a lot in the next 2 weeks. We are streaming on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday this week. On Wednesday, I have a really interesting lineup planned. I'm not thrilled about a lot of it, but I'm happy to share it. Like all these games are games that have at least something I love about them. So we'll see. It's going to be a really, I think, interesting chat, interesting conversations. On Wednesday, I'm going to do a playthrough of Cloudspire. So obviously that's, more of the same from old. So we have Narora Chapter 1. The Narora are crazy. Learning them has been a bit of a challenge for me, but I've been excited to do that. The rest of the week, we're going to finish out with Horizon Zero Dawn and Pax Mimir 2nd Edition. Next week, we're going to do streaming 5 days. We're going to have a Too Many Bones and a Spirit Island. I'm also going to have a Bloody Inn on the channel. And what else am I trying to get done? Lord of the Rings, the card game, and I could not remember the 5th. So we're gonna have like basically 4 new 2 solo playthroughs games in the next 2 weeks, and then again I'm away for the next 2 weeks after that. I'm gonna try to get a recorded playthrough of Hadrian's Wall edited to be published during that. I also have a top 10 I'm gonna do by the end of the month. I'm not exactly sure what the top 10 topic is, so if anyone has an idea of a top 10 they would like to see me do, I am all ears because I'm struggling to really come up with a full list. My latest idea is like probably top 10 games, the top 10 most important games to me in my my life as a gamer from the time I was a wee little child. So just talk about games I played in my childhood with my family, and then kind of games I played through various points in my life that have kind of made me the the board gamer I am today. So that's I think my latest idea, which I'll probably going to go with that. What is going on? El Zealous says, "Good luck this time, Greg. You'll need it." Oh yeah, Jonathan Kakowski. Ooh, call to arms with the smiley face. Love that. Sadger says, "Bloody in." Wow, that came out of left field. Bloody in was a game that was on my radar for so long, and I finally picked it up. I mean, the theme like kept me away. I think more than anything, I was like, "That just sounds bananas." But like, I feel like a game with that much of an off the wall theme, if it's that popular, there's something there. And so I picked it up. I've really enjoyed learning it, and I think it'll be pretty cool. Too many blondes. I definitely want to see that. Did I say blondes? I probably said blondes. That one solo is so boring, though. You'll need people for that. I actually liked it solo, but I don't know. Maybe I have bad taste in games. I like it solo. I really do. I think it's a cool little puzzle. I do think it kind of fits the same niche as like Friday for me, where it's like a puzzle that I'll play a few times. I'll kind of do what I want to do with it. I'll get the best victory I can, and then I'll kind of put it away. So too many the Bloody End has a score. It's like a beat your own score, but there's like you're chasing a certain score, right? And that's like the best victory you can get. So, and then I'll kind of put it away. But I think it's actually a fun little thing. It definitely is better competitive. I'll give you that. That one still is boring. Blah, blah. I would be interested to hear your top 10 important games. Also, things like the top 10 most played games is an interesting take. My top 10 most played games, I actually thought about that. I looked at my list. It is very not what you would expect. But that's not counting solo play. If you're just doing competitive play, I don't track my solo games. I don't think I want to see that number. It's a lot. Top 10 impactful games would be great. Hi, Greg. When is solo conquest? I need to beat this first, and then I'm going to beat this. I'm dug in, dude. So once I beat this, and then we're gonna do a Return of Apocalypse, then I'll be back to solo conquest. My last solo conquest was silly though. It was like a 10-15. It was like a 10-12. It turned into a 10-15. I do want to get back to Tesla at some point. We'll get back to solo. I don't know. It might be a little bit, but I do want to get back to solo conquest. It's just like I mean, I did a 10-15 live. It's kind of like I don't know. I mean, I could try to get up to like a 12 something, but eh. Um, uh, Sagitt, it did not work for me solo at all. Somehow, the theme of what is going on in there is much more intriguing multiplayer. Yeah, I agree with that. And okay, perfect, says Christian. Thank you, Christian, for the approval and the understanding. All right, let's set up Volcare's army. So Volcare's army at Legendary is a level 15. Nope. 14? Nope. 14. It's like 15. It's just less. All right, so we're going to have 2 dragons. So that's face down. So I'm sorry, 3 dragons. It's like 2. It's just more. Eventually, we're going to get there. That's 1. That's 2. I did see that. It's a really bad one, so I'm just going to leave it. But my fingers are struggling. It literally is not going to change my strategy one bit. Based on him playing Arythea in the event setup spell offer, I give him 80% straight away. This is a decent setup. Oh, 80%. That's some high praise from Sagitt. I appreciate that. How's my this looks a little fuzzy. All right, I'm gonna try to do this. This looks fuzzy. Video capture, configure video. Try to get this focus. Can I get that a little more focused? Is that fuzzier? Is that better? Or is that like no difference? Like looks grainier. I don't know why I'm doing this in the middle of the video. Because I am me, and it's bothering me. Alright, configure, focus. That's really bad. That looked promising. It's kind of where I was, though. I don't know if that's better or not. Maybe not. Just looked fuzzy. Alright. Juicy offers, which are hard to decide. Call to arms or snowstorm. I mean, snowstorm is great. Except for snowstorm being like, the problem with snowstorm is like the times where you really want it, like you run into ice immunity so many times, but then when you have fireball, you run into fire immunity. So it's like, pick your poison. Alright, so that's 4. We're gonna have 2 more orcs. Again, there are 11 enemies total in Volcare's army here. Boom. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These go on top of Volcare. Remember, in Volcare's quest, unlike Volcare's return, we will never add to that amount. That is what you get with Volcare. So it's not like you're adding random keep enemies as you go. Volcare will also get a die. All right, so let's get our map out here. I do like setting up Volcare early, just kind of getting it out of the way, makes things a little bit better. We have our little cheat sheet for the directions that Volcare will go. We're going to be on the B side of the starting tile. We have Volcare's quest tile all the way up there. We're going to get 2 core city tiles. It doesn't matter. Like, I'm never really going up there, so I'm not going to bother rolling a die this time. And then we need 4 core non-city tiles. I tried it once. What is this? Ever try Quest for the Golden Grail fan scenario? It's a bit of clunkiness. I find it a nice change of pace, so I keep it in the rotation. I have not. If you ask me, you cannot afford Call to Arms over Snowstorm here, but I am open to discuss. I hear that. Yeah, I mean, if it depends. If there's a lot of monasteries, and I worry if reputation is going to be garbage, there. I mean, it's like one of those things where it's like, hey, free elite unit, But again, you're only getting that one use out of it. But also, I think is if you wound a unit in day 3, and you have a nice little just replace it again, so you might be able to get 2 uses out of it if you get to that 3rd night. I mean, Call to Glory is just so sick. Or even in 3rd night, if you don't even actually need to recruit it, you just need to access its ability, right? Because you're just going to use it once anyway, unless it has like some seriously sick resistance or stuff like that. So I don't know, I can kind of go either way. I mean, in some ways, if the catapults are in the offer, I mean, they're almost as good as Snowstorm, right? And you don't have to take the wound, so you're going to be less likely to get knocked out. There's a lot to consider there for sure. Ever tried Quest for the Holy Grail? Quest for the Golden Grail fan scenario? I already read that. I tried it once, I think, many years ago. I thought it was good. I have not tried that one. I am definitely open to check it out. Jonathan, if you want to send on Patreon, if you want to send me a link to it, I'd be curious to take a look. All right, so those are those 6 for the core tiles, and now we need 8 countryside tiles. All right, so 4, 8, 6 left over. Correctamundo. Oh, yeah, so what was I going to say? There were some really interesting conversations about Volcare and whether or not he counts as a player, and if he does, for what purposes. So Volcare, here's what's clear, and thanks to Sajid who's here. If you want to check out either the last one or the one before that, just check out all the comments about this. It was Sajid was a big contributor, and there were a couple of other comments at different times as well. George A put in a really interesting comment that I really resonate with, especially about the issue of whether Volcare counts as a player for the purposes of determining whether or not his turn mortar flips over and he misses, how many enemies you need to defeat for him to miss a turn. It's clear, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that Volcare is a player for the purpose of setting up the offer, the number of units, right? So setting up the source and having how many units you have. After that, it gets really fuzzy. There was an interview with Vlada where it kind of opens the door that maybe it's supposed to stop there. There's also questions about whether or not
you can, and let me set up the map. And I'll tell you what I'm gonna do and how I'm gonna play it for now until I, get clear answers otherwise. But again, there are definitely some things about, some ambiguities in Mage Knight that have never been fully answered, and at this point, I just don't expect them to ever be. I mean, it seems like Vlada has just really moved on from this game, at least from the standpoint of like really caring to answer any questions. All right, here we're gonna need a dragon. Well, let me set up the rest of the board. So let me do one thing at a time, Greg. Focus. All right. So I am gonna using George A's understanding of when you attack Volcare. I am gonna count Volcare as a player, so I'm gonna need to kill 4 enemies before he loses a turn, and I think that makes sense. If you're playing it more players, there's a scaling issue. It's kind of like the extra blight in Spirit Island, right? So basically, it scales per player. It's equally as tough to make him lose a turn, so that's fine. So 4 enemies to make him lose a turn. Excellent. The problem with uh, the rest of it is I will count Volcare as a player for the purpose of the source and for the purpose of this, in purpose of the unit offer, obviously, but pretty much not for any other purposes. I'm trying to think what else where it could matter. But the other issue that's come up is can I go here and explore this tile if only this tile is revealed? Because again, the normal rules, Solar Conquest, or normal rules in general, you cannot put a city tile on the board unless it's adjacent to 2 other tiles. My understanding from day one has always been like, well, it doesn't matter if this isn't revealed; it's still on the board. The rules are really quiet about it. It just says you can't put a tile in a place unless it's next to 2, but it doesn't clarify whether the tile has to be revealed or not. I am of the strong belief that it doesn't have to be revealed, and the reason why for me is the whole idea of the restriction, from what I could see in the rules, is that the city tiles, they didn't want the city tiles to be put out in all these whacked out places because especially it could really throw the balance off in a competitive game big time. So the cities have to be like in a place where there's other lands around it. So I think if you're applying that rule to Volcare's quest and saying, oh, you can't flip that over unless both of these are flipped over, I don't think that makes much sense. I think you're basically just you're creating rules you're creating a rule that's beyond the actual purpose of the rule that you're talking about. Of course, in the tabletop simulator, according to Saget and others, the simulator would not let you explore this unless both of these are explored. And I think that's just a programming mistake. And I know the simulator, though, did work closely with Ricky Royal, but Ricky Royal and Vlada don't always agree on some of the stuff. So, from what we can tell, but Vlada, again, hasn't given an official answer. So, for me, I'm going to continue to play that I can explore that even if both of those aren't explored. And that's just is what it is. I'm usually I don't like adding words into the rules that aren't there unless there's a clear errata, and the word revealed is not in the rules. So, but I know I made someone very upset on BGG. It seems because because I had a different opinion than him on this very issue. All right. I've had this in my bag of topics for a long, long time, so let me spit it out. As a general rule, I am become think that spells are more valuable than artifacts. I know I'm insane. No, I've grown to believe that to some level as well, just because you know what you're getting with the spells and the artifacts can sometimes just be a complete miss, man. If I get like the golden grail and the box of delights, like like dude, I it's there's such a gambly high risk, high reward aspect sometimes to taking an artifact over a spell, and I'm very much, I very much am with you on that statement. So I don't know if I would say. I mean, I would prefer some of the strong. I mean, look, I would prefer the strongest cards, right? And the artifacts do have the advantage of not needing mana. So I think there's a lot more flexibility, but again, I think there's a lot more consistency with the spells that in the long run I think spells they're never going to lose you a game, and I think sometimes a bad artifact draw is going to lose you a game. Not even talking about the opportunity cost to try to go get that artifact. So I definitely agree with that. Alexander, hey folks, how many times have you had this on the scenario? I did it once with Goldix live a long time ago. This is my 4th attempt in this new round of trying to do it. Alexander, I think you're right. I play it the same way. Personally, Dursu, Warlord Drake. Warlord also has his own channel, so if anyone wants to check that out, for sure. I personally take that the core tile must be revealed to keep exploring from another two adjacent. Yeah, I mean, that does seem to be a popular opinion that Dursu has. I just don't agree with it. Artifacts are a gamble because there are some really bad ones. Yeah, and if you get two really bad ones in one draw, it's like, woof. So, and there's not a ton of them, right? So, like, the way those tiles, the way those cards can shuffle up can be really, really swingy for you. And I'm just going to get more of this off the board to give myself more playing space. All right, I feel good about that. Let's get some things on the table. We have an artifact right off the jump. I'm going to move this stuff over here. So this artifact is going to come out, or advanced actions. We have a monastery, not an artifact. We have a monastery right off the jump. It could be an artifact if I go burn down those monk walls, but ritual attack is going to be in the unit offer for sure. We're going to get 3 orcs on the starting board. I'm going to put the one up by Volcare's tile up there. It is the orc summoner. Happy to see him out the way. And then we'll get 3 more again. I'm putting the ones over on Volcare's camp, not because I ever plan on attacking them, but because the spot's on the board and it just feels thematic. And, you know, there's just the orc just standing there to guard the camp while Volcare goes on his merry way on his little Sunday stroll or Monday morning stroll through the countryside. All right, we have a digger, a wolf rider, and a wolf rider. So pretty puny units. What that does mean is that means that none of them are in Volcare's little legion over there. So we might have some pretty nasty enemies that we're facing. The Wolf Riders giving us 3 fame is something I definitely like to see. So this is a mage tower that's face down. Again, we have a dungeon here. We're going to have a lost ruins, but not a lost ruins, a ruins over here. We have the closest, well, the closest village to the gate is going to be over here. So that's something to keep in mind. There are no keeps, so doing a keep strategy might be tough. It is the day, so this is face up. If I kill an orc and a monster, I get myself an artifact. That swamp is going to get hard to get through. So definitely snowstorm cure. Thinking dungeon. I don't think I get wasted time to get to that monastery. I'm thinking dungeon, mage tower, while it's day. That's 3 fame. That's a really nice shot up the gut. And then I could decide, late game. Well, I mean, I could like swing around after that, go around this way. That's an interesting path. That swamp can be pretty nasty though. That's a lot of movement. Just to get, oh, this is here, my bad. I'm putting it on the village. I guess that swamp could be pretty nasty, but I think I want to potentially be over here late game anyway, so I could pillage that village, and then hopefully I'll have some kind of extra movement card to like the druidic staff or something to kind of let me jump into position here to fight off Volkipu as he comes down from above. So hold on one sec. Just catching in the chat. Gotta love those peasants. Love some peasants, but no place where to take them. Yeah, unless I came down to there, that's not going to happen. Wrong spot for the ruins. Wrong ruin. Take token place. Yep, I got it. And then you can do the first 2 rounds with just these initial tiles. Yeah, no doubt. No, there it is. Get snowstorm, says Slay King. I hear that. So let me draw my opening hand. Oh, it's a 3rd camera. All right. So Arythea is going to go there. Our first 5 cards are swiftness. Every time I pull out of Arythea's deck, I want to pull a card. It's like, here's some real clothes for you, because you look like you're probably cold and not protected. So crystallize, swiftness, determination, march, and last but not least, we have promise. But again, no place to really recruit. I mean, I'm just worried I'm not going to run out of movement. But if I try to go there, get the magic familiars, but then I'm really gambling because I won't have any way to get crystals. That's just seems like not a good idea. Oh, I can get the magic familiars in the mage tower. Ooh, that's nice. I could also get them. Oh, I can get them in the magical glade. I always forget about that. Again, so it's weird, like, for those of you who don't know, like, when you recruit the magic familiars, you can get them in the magical glade, but you're not recruiting them at that point, you're kind of summoning them, so reputation track doesn't matter. The rules specifically say you cannot interact in a swamp in a magical glade, but then that's one of the ways that you can recruit the magic familiars, and they never really explain what's going on there, but I mean, essentially you're not recruiting, you're just summoning. But they don't use the word summoning, so that's my word for it. That's how I understand it. We need to put a dragon on the board as well for Volcare's camp. Warning about calling Volkipoo, he might hear you, says Warlord Drake. Yarrow, what's up, sir? Hello, Greg. Fourth time the charm to get Volkipoo. That is good. We have a shot to Sagitt. Chris Bolstra, don't you need to pay a crystal from your inventory when you recruit them? Yes, but I do have Crystallize in my thing. Oh, there's a lava dragon up there, by the way. I have Crystallized, so I can get a crystal that way. The other thing is I would start with a gold there. So if I start with a gold, I can. You don't. You can get them with a mana token. The problem is I'm not gonna need. So I don't need a mana token. I don't need a crystal when I recruit them, but I would need a crystal in my inventory to keep them from round to round. Is how that works out. So if I got into this swamp, I would get the gold. I can make it work that way. I think I do dungeon first, get that artifact, get into the swamp, Mage Tower. I think that's going to be the most logical path here. Into the Heat's pretty sick. If I can get some units. So I think I take Great Start and try to wipe out that dungeon on the very first turn. Mana Steal is also interesting, but not as interesting to me as Great Start. So I'm going to take 2 more cards. Technically, it's the 5th time. If memory serves, he won the first one a while back. Yeah, that's correct. When recruiting, you pay a mana token. To be honest, my route would be spoil the Maze Tower and eventually end my turn to the Deep Mine to get some crystals, exploring and trying to get the artifact. Yeah, that's just so. Getting back to that dungeon though, like I see that, but I just think the movement there is so easy. I just want to go do it. I hit the Maze Tower first or so somewhere. Maybe stand in the glade for gold mana. Starting tactic. He's debating Great Start for planning. That is correct. All right, so I took Great Start. Swiftness and another move. I have no real good attack. Oh, that's a problemo. Get a white and get attack 5. Some of these monsters are nasty though. Woof. Since I have no attack, we might be going to the magical glade first, recruiting the magic familiars. That's not good. I get this artifact here. That's interesting. I go here. I recruit the magic familiars. I mess with that dude. I get that artifact, and I go to the mage tower that way. It's a lot less. That 5 movement to the swamp's a lot. And that's only an orc and a monster. And if I had the magic familiars, that would not be all that unreasonable. So great starts out of the game. We have to roll for Volcare. Volcare is going to take a 4, so he will be first. Again, in Volcare's quest, the tactic that Volcare takes stays in the game. So it's not like the dummy player in solo conquest. I do need to get a dummy player skills though out here. So to my left we have Bravelar, Krang. I just have Bravelar's deck in there, but that's not a big deal. So we have Bravelar, Krang, Wolfhawk, Norwest, Tovak, and Goldix. I rolled a 1. Bravelar is like, well, if you're using my deck, you're also going to use my skills. Some interesting skills in there. Definitely not my fave, but we should be able to make it work. I like the double manas. They can be really helpful, especially in this scenario, especially if I end up with a bunch of spells. So, man, I don't love that I have 0 attack. That's what I don't love. So I am second. Volcare is going to go. Again, he has 36 cards in here, so he gets Crystallized, which is a blue card. That means he's going to move here. Is there a blue in the source? There are 2 of them. He's going to roll the blue. If there was not a blue, he would roll the gold. Here we get a white. I think I go for that Magical Glade. I'm going to need 5 movement. I don't want to use Promise because I want to use that influence to summon the Magic Familiars in the Magical Glade. That's 4. And I might take those 2 wounds. It's not a big deal, but I don't have the attack 4 to kill those guys. I want a rage. I want a rage. All right, we're gonna do stamina for move 4. Crystallize sideways for move 5. That gets me here. I'm worried about burning up like a billion actions with all this crap. It's a really weird start. I do not want to give Volcare 9 actions on the first round. That's not going to help. If I do a level up, what's that get me? Ooh, influence. Into the heat. Alright, let me do it this way. Move 4, so I'm going to place March for move 2, Stamina for move 4, Crystallize Sideways for move 5. That gets me there. I am going to attack this dude in the first turn, which is Bananas. He's attacking me with a 3 with Swiftness, so I would need 6 block. I'm not blocking him. I'm taking 2 wounds. My armor is a 2, so that I get 2 wounds out of that. That's the way the math works. And now I'm going to place Swiftness for attack 3 in the melee phase, and the other Swiftness sideways for attack 4. We've killed the diggers. That's going to give me a level up. End of my turn, I get to throw away one of those wounds, and the next turn I start with a gold. I can't give Volcare too many turns. It's not wise. I get 1 reputation for defeating a rampaging orc. I get +3 fame. I'm going to roll this die. That's a gold. So dice rolls have been good so far. This wound goes in my hand. I'm going to carry out my level up. I need Bravelar's little cheat sheet. Skills. So we're going to add 1 of Bravelar's skills to the offer. Again, I cannot take that this turn. It's a Cold Fire attack against 3 different enemies. Cold Fire attack 1. Power of Pain. They're both really good. Power of Pain or House Swordsmanship. I think I take Power of Pain, especially since I already have a wound in my deck. And I think I'm about to take more the way this goes out. So I will take Power of Pain, especially I'm going to want that movement. Hot Swordsmanship comes out of the game. If I get something like the amulet, then I can put it back in as something I can take. So that's my skill. I'm going to take something from the offer. It's impossible not to take Into the Heat. Too strong. So now we have that, and that means I definitely have an onus to get a lot of units, and Power Crystals comes out. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 5. So Into the Heat, and another movement card. That'll be perfect. Yeah, it's a real rough start. Fine, double swift this after crystallizing. Here comes the wounds. All that range is nice for a dungeon, says Slay King. Yeah, it was, especially if I had concentration, but it just wasn't. It wasn't coming together. I plan for Into the Heat here for sure. All right, Volcare's second turn. It's a wound. So what does he do on a wound? He's gonna look. He's just going to roll his die. He doesn't move. It's a red. He basically scares the illusionists so much that they just go away, and these will just go underneath the units in the offer. My turn. I'm in a magical glade. I start with a gold. I'm going to use this blue. The white gives me. Oh, the white gives me move. Yeah, that could be pretty nice since I used up so much of it. So I'm going to take the magic familiars. Block 7 is intriguing. I don't mind some wounds though. So I only need 6 influence. Again, the exclamation points means you could not use them by any special means, so I couldn't get them from Call to Glory, for instance. So I spend Promise. Oh, no. That's too... I won't have the white. But if this is 2, 4... I'm fine with this. Yeah, I just got to do it. I'm recruiting them this turn. I'm spending the gold. I'm spending this white to make them move or influence. So I'll get a white mana token. And I can get a crystal for the end of the round there. I might not try to get that artifact. I do think burning that at Mage Tower is going to be more important right now. So that's fine. So they're souped up on that. And then I'm going to use Determination and into the... if I had to move 5 from there... This is a thinky playthrough, dude. So that's influence 6. That's enough to recruit them. And again, I spent the gold. Oh, wait. No, I'm good. What am I doing? I'm making this more complicated. I'm spending 2, which doesn't make any sense. I'll spend the white, and then I could use the gold to power that. Yeah, it's just 6 influence, and then I have the white from the source. Yeah, I'm making this overcomplicated. I can keep Into the Heat, and I can keep Determination. That will work. Although if I have Into the Heat, maybe I take the blue and do a blue instead. Right, I was thinking like I needed to spend 2 additional mana, 1 to get them, 1 to power up. That doesn't make any sense. It's just the 1 mana. That's fine. I used, this and this, and we'll keep a wound in my deck, even though I could have used it to heal that. So that's totally fine. So I have recruited the Magic Familiars. I'm going to put these in my discard pile. I draw 2 more cards, and I'm going to get a gold again to start my next turn. So we get March and a Threaten. Oh, man. I don't have great attack to take that down. One thing I could do is go there and then come back and just go this way. So I think that'll make some sense, although that's going to be pretty movement heavy at night, but I still don't hate it. Checking out the thing. I love Arythea Ruin Management. That makes sure my go-to mage. The blue or red is fine to fight into those ruins. Yeah. Maybe. Well, the good thing too, if I get a wound in the block phase, I would then immediately be able to get a 2 attack in the melee phase. So let's see what's going on. So that's going to be a red. So I might just actually end up, if I use Into the Heat with Arythea, I mean, that gives me an attack 6. And then I have plenty of other block options, maybe, because I still have Determination. So I think if I go there and then plan to work my way back and then get some crystals to make sure I can keep the magic familiars between rounds, that will make some sense. So that was my second turn. The third turn for Volcare is a wound. He's going to roll his die. It's another red. He already scared the illusionist, so there's no reason for him to roll that again. Move 6. Let's move 5 to get in there. I'll keep the familiars for the battle, especially with Into the Heat. So I'm going to play March, power with this gold, play Threaten Sideways for move 5. I mean, I'm going to enter this, right? Woof. I'm going to need 8 points of attack, which is fine. So I'm going to enter this. I lose a reputation for sieging a fortified site, so back to 0. It is the fire golems. The fire golems have a fire attack 3 with brutal, so if it's not blocked, that's going to be 6 points of damage. But they also have physical resistance, so it's going to be 8 points of attack, so there's no way I'm blocking them, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Into the Heat. I'm going to soup it up with one of these golds because it's day. Play this card at the start of combat. All of your units get their attack and block values increased by 3 this combat. I cannot assign damage to them. That's fine. The Guardian Golems are giving me 3 points of damage. That's doubled because of Brutal. I get 1, 2, 3 wounds. Again, 6 points of damage into my armor of a 2. And now I'm going to retaliate on them. So I'm going to use the Magic Familiars. Again, their attack value is normally a 3. It becomes 6 for Into the Heat. And then I'll use one of these wounds and Power of Pain. The Power of Pain to give me an attack 8. That's enough to kill the Fire Golems. Alright, so Fire Golems are dead. I'm going to get 5 fame. I go from 3 to 8, so it gives me a nice little level up. So I get a second command token over here. Booyah. Out. And we're going to add another one of the dummy player skills. And because of the Lost Legion rules, at least the way I understand them, and we're going to grab ourselves some Snowstorm. This comes here. We're going to roll this die. It's a red. These 2 wounds go into my hand. These come out. And this wound goes in my discard pile. So the one thing about Power of Pain, like if I load up my deck with too many wounds, that does mean I'm going to have to go through more cards every turn, and that could be a problem because the more cards I have to go through every round, it means that Volcare is going to have more turns in a round, and that's not good for me. I do draw out to my hand limit. Act surprised, it's a Snowstorm. It's a Snowstorm, people. Super exciting. I could pick up that dude. Move here, get some crystals, try to pick off that next round, maybe explore there. We got some options. All right, so Volcare gets a blue. These should come down. This is his 4th turn. We got Burning Shield there. He comes here. There was a blue in the source, so he's going to re-roll it. It's now a black. What a jerk. Do I want to kill that? I mean, 3 fame. If I move there, I would not provoke because that dude's behind a wall. I think I still want to try to get that artifact next turn. The other option is I go down here, but that's a little crazy. Could just pick him off with Snowstorm. No, range isn't going to work because he's behind a wall. Of course he is. So it's going to be 6 points of block. That's 4. Right, because he's behind a wall, so that makes that a little bit awkward. So I'm not going to mess with that. It is not worth it. Instead, I'm going to move 4. I'll get him later. I'll try to get him when I'm moving so it's more efficient, or I can provoke 2 orcs at one time. So I'm going to move 4. Again, the extra turn just to kill him, and I would have to take more wounds, and I really don't want to do that right now. So move 4. I'll play this for move 6. I still have a bunch of cards in my deck too. So I go there. I've used 5 points of movement, 3 to get in there, plus 2 to flip this over. We have an orc in my face, so we can still potentially kill an orc with Snowstorm, which would be good. Orc in my face here. It is the Cursed Hag and another Mage Tower, which will be good because then we can get Call to Arms next turn. That's face down. And now we have a village here as well, which I definitely like. I do not have another mana, so I never got mana pull. So I'm going to be stuck here. I'm going to take myself a... Ooh, I need a blue for Snowstorm. I'll take a blue crystal into my inventory. Again, it's a deep mine. I could take a green or a blue. That's the end of my turn. We roll that. Do I want to drop any cards? I still have... Oh, I have all my rages, dude. It's so annoying. We're going to give him like 7 turns. That's a problem. These go out. All right, Volcare. Turn number too many. He's rolling a die. It's a gold. That's a green, so we're good. My turn, I'm going to... Oh, I draw to my hand limit, so improvisation, tranquility. That did not come out the color I wanted. Yeah, I'm not going to heal. I'm going to block 2 with determination, block 3 with tranquility. So again, I'm attacking the Cursed Hag. The Cursed Hag is attacking with a 3 with poison. So if I don't block it, I get a wound to my discard for every wound I take to my hand, or I double wound a unit if I wound them once. So it's going to be block 2 with determination, put tranquility sideways for block 3, so it's fully blocked. Now I'm going to use improvisation. I'm going to discard Snowstorm because I don't want to use my blue crystals. I want to load up on some crystals. So that's going to give me attack 3 in the melee phase, and power, pain, and a wound. That's attack 5. We've killed the Cursed Hag. That's +1 reputation, +3 fame gets me up to 11. All right, I end my turn on the deep mine again, so I can get another crystal. I will get a green. Or I'll get another blue. I'll probably use the blue to power the magic familiars. And I draw to my hand limit. I'm probably going to declare end of round. I just want to stop giving this dude turns. So there's my one rage. Battle versatility. That was... Yeah, I don't even have 2 rages. I just have battle versatility, but that's such a good card. Concentration and mana pull. So yeah, her 2 unique cards, the things that make Arythea awesome, I had neither of them in my hand this round. Volcare gets a red. He looks around to see if there's anyone to fight. There is not. My turn. I am very much declaring it around because it's not worth... Oh man, I don't think it's worth giving him 7 turns in his first round. Of course, that's going to be move 5 to get into there, and that's a problem. But I just cannot justify another turn. I don't know, man. Ugh, so bad. I am worried about that move 5, though. Yikes. There's no way I'm taking it down this turn. I don't have enough cards. Alright, whatever. I'll move 3. Let me get in place to do that next turn. I can take preparation and get a card I need to try to kill these things quick. And that's that. So Volkare does get a 7th turn. So he only has 29 cards left in this deck. It's a wound. He rolls that. It's a white. We're fine. I declare end of round now. And yikes. So I have 3 wounds. 4 wounds in my deck. I can deal with 4 wounds for sure with Power of Pain. But definitely needs to be fairly aggressive. Giving him 7 turns was not great. Not great at all. But we got the Magic Familiars. End of the round. This goes away. I need to pay them to stay by. Here's some mana. Please stay. So now they have a block 7 lined up, which is great. This goes here. These come out. Peasants, go bye-bye. Something I can get in a Mage Tower, please. Nope, we get some Shock Troops. We get some Red Cape Monks. They're both indecisive. We get some Utham Guardsmen, which I can get there in the village, which I nice, and some Herbalists, which I can get in the village as well. We have to reset the source. Gold, blue, white. I think that was the same exact roll I had last round. It was obviously a lot better during the day, so those go there. I will cycle these. Now, a couple of people have mentioned recently the rules for the optional rule to cycle 2 in these scenarios. I don't play with that rule. I never have. I understand if people want to. It's definitely a variant that is worth looking into, especially if you're finding yourself struggling. I actually find it harder sometimes because sometimes I want to leave myself call to arms in the offer, right? If I cycle 2, then I would have to get call to arms that turn or it's gone, and I don't necessarily think that's a good thing for me. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 5. So we get Crystallize, we get Stamina. I'm getting all the attack I need. Look at this. Dear God. A wound. And battle versatility. There's 1. I'm going to have to take preparation. I don't even have access to a black. Woof. I don't have access to a red. How am I going to kill 2 enemies? Yowza. Yeah, I think I take Snowstorm anyway, just for the range ice attack. Hopefully that is enough to kill one of these dudes. And then I'll figure out how to kill the other. Alright, taking Snowstorm. With preparation, since I took 5, we have to roll for Volcare. Volcare is going to roll a d6. He rolls a 6. He takes out Sparing Power. That is beautiful, and that means I can go first. Catching up on the chat. I'm actually listening Alve from Adrian von Ziegler in the background while you play. Definitely a pleasure watching you play. Thanks, Warlord. Wonder if anyone said that the wounds are coming. Snowstorm is worth the pain, laugh out loud. Definitely some interesting options. I would have played the other wound there, the one on the right. The one on the right. I'd have to go back. I missed it. Oh, I think you're joking. Yarrow, let's go ravage that village. I mean the left, which is the same as the right, just different. Brian's got like, hello, Greg, hello, chat. Stopped in during lunch for some Mage Knight mayhem. It's fine. We will see what happens. Do it. You should keep sparing power. Yeah. It's not a bad idea. I really wanted to kill this thing too. I find sparing power, like, actually, Sajid and I talked about this a little bit. Like, I find Sajid power less useful in Volcare's quest because you generally are fighting Volcare so early in round 3 that it is. But yeah, I mean, Volcare took it, so I'm not upset. At least now I go first, even taking the 5. I'm gonna try to go first pretty much every round from here on out. I've just given him way too many turns. Him having 7 turns. If I can get this done in 5 turns this round, I'll be very happy. I am entering the ruins. Yeah, I am. So hopefully we do not get super unlucky here because of Volcare rules. Oh, right. Yarrow is the man. I do not have to, I don't throw it away. It's still in here, which is great because now he might be able to get it again. Excellent. I was like, yeah, I was looking over there. I was like, why is there 1 day tactic and 2 night tactics? All right, we have the illusionist, which I can definitely kill right off the bat, which is nice. And I need to get a monster. Monster is, oh, Shadow. Shadow, why do you torment me? Great. I'm going to play Snowstorm. In the range attack phase. I think that just makes the most sense. Yeah, as I'm not going to waste 8 attack on Shadow to kill him in the range attack phase when I can block him with the Magic Familiars. That's fine. So I'm going to spend the blue from the source. Ooh, would I want that white? Will I need that white? No, I will not need that white. I don't think. I should be good. So I'm going to do power the blue from the source, range attack 5. That's enough to kill the illusionists. Now Shadow's attacking with a cold fire attack of a 4. I'm going to use the Magic Familiars. That gives me block 7. Crystallized Sideways gives me block 8. Since I blocked it, again, he's elusive. The 8 armor is now a 4, so I just need 4 attack. I'm going to play Battle Versatility for attack 2, Power of Pain, attack 4. Shadow is dead as well. So total fame, I get 8 fame for that. So I go from 11 up to 19. I'm going to roll this die. It's a black. Power of Pain goes back. I have 3 wounds left in my D deck. I'm going to do get my rewards. My reward is going to be an artifact. My 2 artifact choices are Emerald Ring or Druidic Staff. Druidic Staff, thank you very much. I like Emerald Ring a lot, but Druidic Staff, I think that movement's going to be, just the flexibility there is great, and then I could discard a card to get the crystals I need anyway. And I'm likely to run into, like, if I get another couple artifacts, I'm likely to get the ruby ring or the diamond ring, and that's fine. Plus, I have power crystals over here, which is nice, but Swift Bolt is looking very nice as well. I think I take Swift Bolt. That range attack 4 is too good, but that move 4 for power crystals is also really nice. Have I taken any movement? No. Let me look at my next 2 skills. We're going to add 1 of Bravelar skills. I can't take that one this turn. It's Shapeshifter. Looking at the next 2 skill options. Oh, hello. Dark Paths. So good. So Dark Paths are Burning Power. Burning Power gives me a Siege Attack 1 or a Fire Siege Attack 1 every turn, but this gives me the movement. And where I'm at right now, it is hard to turn down that free move 2 every turn. So great. I'll take Dark Paths. So it's move 2 every turn at night, move 1 every turn during the day. And now I grab a card. I will take. I'm gonna take Swift Bolt. I just think the more range attack I can get, the better. That's gonna go there. And training comes out. yeah, I can just use it to get a white crystal a couple of times anyway. And I think that will be good. Alright, so good first turn for me. I'm just going to take this crystal off the Magic Familiar so I don't get confused by it. I still have a blue crystal in my inventory if I'm super desperate, but hopefully I can get more crystals over the course of this round. Volcare's turn. Volcare gets a wound. That's his first turn of this round. He rolls a die. It is black. We're good there. No indecisive units. Oh, I never drew up to my hand limit. My hand limit is still 5. Druidic Staff and Tranquility. I have no influence. I do want to get the Utham Guardsman there. I need to get through my cards quicker, so going over there to pillage makes some sense. Alright, I'm going to play Swift Bolt to get a white crystal. Again, not exactly optimal, but I'm just kind of in a place where I want to go through some cards. I'm going to play Stamina for move 4, get myself into the village. Oh, I don't even need to do that. I don't need to use the blue. So Druidic Staff, I can discard a blue to get 2 crystals of one color. I can discard a white to move to reveal space. I can discard the red to ready a unit. I can discard the green to heal 3. Do not have a red card. Do you have the blue? Yeah, let me do this. I'm going to use Power of Pain, or I don't have. I'm going to use Dark Power, so that gives me move 2. I'm going to use Swiftness for move 4, and that's going to get me there. So I didn't use the crystal. I'm going to use Druidic Staff, discard the blue, and I get 2 crystals of any one color. I'm going to get 2 reds. I still have a Rage. I still have Improvisation. And then I'm going to. I still have Concentration, though, too. It's fine. And then I'm going to play Tranquility to draw 1 card. It is a March. That's fine. I just wanted to get Tranquility out of my hand. If it was an Influence card, I wouldn't be able to do much with it anyway, but yeah, I guess there was no point in playing Tranquility there. But I'm good with it. I'm going to clean out my play area. I'm going to pillage the village. Again, I'm trying to get through my deck quick. So 1 reputation down. Next to... Oh, I draw to my hand limit first. So Threaten, Determination, Promise, and that. I pillage the village. I get 2 more cards. March and Rage. I think I recruit. I siege this. Try to get to the end of the round for sure. Volcare's second turn. It's a white. There is a white in the source. He rolls it. It stays white. My turn. I'm going to recruit. Promise. Move for influence 4. Let me get this wound out of my hand with Power of Pain. I'm going to drop. I only need move 3. I'm going to drop these 2 cards at the end of my turn. That is enough influence to get me the Utham Guardsman. Actually, I can save the white there because I might want that, especially if I would get mana pull. So I'll save the white. I'll do influence 2, influence 4, influence 6. I still get myself the Utham Guardsman. I use the weaker effective threaten, so I don't have to worry about the minus reputation loss. I draw to my hand limit, which is 5. Swiftness and concentration. And I'm going to pillage the village again to get 2 more cards. Again, I'm just really trying to get through my deck. Mana pull and stamina. Volcare's turn. It's a red. He looks around to see if there's someone to fight. There is not. If there's a red in the source, he would roll it. So I think he had 7 turns the first round. He's only had 3 turns this round, and we're mostly through our deck, which I think is good. My turn. I'm going to enter the Magical Glade. or the Mage Tower. It's like a Magical Glade, just completely different. So I'm gonna move 2 with stamina. I have this that gives me enough to move in. I lose a reputation because I'm sieging a fortified site. It is some sorcerers. Fine. I'm going to need 6 points of attack. I have that. I have a bunch of things. Great. I'm going to play Mana Pull. I'm going to power with a white. I can take 2 other mana and I can turn into any color I want except gold. I'm going to turn 1 to a red, 1 to a blue. I immediately get a blue and a red mana. I'm going to use the blue to power Determination. That is block 6. I'll use the Utham Guardsman. That gives me block 1,000,000,000. Now I need 6 points of damage. I'm going to use the Rage for attack 4. Oh, I should make that a green. Let me make that a green. I'm going to play Concentration. I play another card. I get a stronger effect +2. So I have attack 6 there. The sorcerers are dead, although I've blocked them. Again, they had Assassin and Poison. They're pretty nasty, but no worries. They're dead. We get 5 Fame, gets me to 24, which gets me up to another card. We add one of Bravelar's skills. It is an influence skill for Bravelar, otherwise known as Beguile. That's right, he's very beguiling. That is there. This is there. These 2 are not re-rolled as per the writing on Mana Pull. That goes. I could have used the gold. This probably would have been more efficient, but I'm fine with what I did. No. I seize a Mage Tower, so I get my reward. Oh yeah, that would have made no sense. I would have used the gold instead of the black. And I re-rolled it anyway. There's no reason why I would have left the black, because I'm about to take Call to Arms. And I was going to get another level up. So I use the gold instead of the black. You can, again, write complaints. Oh, then do I want concentration? I do want concentration. I would have done the red. I would have done a gold. I would have made it a blue and a red, because then I could have done that. Concentration will give me the action to give me a white, and I have the movement there. So yeah. So I just played that totally different. I didn't use concentration. I want to make sure I get a white. I had a black in the inventory, which is good. And now I could just grab the Red Cape Monks, which would be super nice. All right, Volcare's turn. It is a white. He moves here. If there's a white in the source, he re-rolls it. It's a gold. I'm going to take this off. I put it back on just in case I re-ready them with Druidic Staff. I obviously decided not to. I never drew out to my hand limit. We get Call to Arms, a wound, another wound, improvisation, and into the heat. I'm going to move 2, move 5, move 7 with Power of Pain. Sorry, move 3 with improvisation, move 2 more Power of Pain, move 2 more with my skill. So that is move 7. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3 to go here, 4, 5 to explore. That's a really interesting tile. Another Mage Tower in my face. That will flip. I don't think I go for that keep. It's just, we're not doing a keep strategy. That stays down because it is night. I have 2 more movement. I'll go here. Get myself closer to that dungeon. And then I'm going to play Concentration to get a white mana. And I'm going to use the black and the source that I left on Rethought. I'm going to recruit any unit from the offer for free. And I'm going to put the Red Cape Monks. Ooh, the Shock Troops. Man, I love the Shock Troops. But I think with Into the Heat, the Red Cape Monks are just that much stronger. I do love the Shock Troops, especially if you get the Omnitep Freezers. But I'll take the Red Cape Monks. Oh, Shock Troops are super nice, though. It's very close for me. I just think the elemental attack, I'm pretty light on elemental attack. I just think that just overall they slightly edge out the Shock Troops. All right, these go back here. I'm going to get rid of this. I roll this die. It is red. These all go to my discard pile. I have 1 wound left in my deck. Let me toggle back to both cameras. Volcare's turn. It's a wound. He rolls. It is not a green. I declare end of round. This goes in my deck. I'm going to have to pay off the Magic Familiars to stay. I'll give them a red. Thank you, Druidic Staff. This goes away. This goes away. Get a new advanced action in the offer. It's Magic Talent. A little bit late in the game for that. I will take Blood Rage, though. Thank you very much. These go away. We do not have a core tile on the board yet, so just 4 more regulars. So we have Illusionists, we have Guardian Golems, we have Foresters, we have Monks. So I'm going to put the red there, the green there. I'm going to have to re-roll the dice in the source. Is 2 reds, a blue, and a gold. That's a good roll. These come back. Burning Shield goes away. We have Mist Form up top. And Wings of Wind. Woof! Hello. If a Diamond Ring would be super nice. Alright. Jump and get a white crystal. Okay, even better now. I think you've forgotten to move Volcare. I would turn the gold die, keep black in the source, yeah, and play Call of Glory, yeah. Good call there, Sue. Scrubbing to catch up. I have Ambiguous Wolf starting early today. Yep. Did I forget to move Volcare? That's a good question. I did. I forgot to move Volcare once. He should have moved down here. Very good catch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so he hasn't pulled any greens. He hasn't pulled any spells. So he has 2 reds, 6 wounds. Yeah, 2 blues and 2 whites. So yeah, good catch. He should have moved 1 more that way. Thank you very much. So we're at 24, which is going to give me 6 cards, which is super nice. That's a good place to get on the Feint track. We're at -1 here. You know what? I might actually siege that. So let me have explored this. That would have made more sense. All right, not much of a difference. Because then in day, this is going to flip, and we have ourselves the Ice Golems. So I want another spell. I do want Wings of Wind. I do. So when I spent the 2 to go there, that was silly because I forgot the Mage Tower was right here, and I never put the keep on the board. So those are some skirmishers, and we have to get the keep enemy, and that's going to go face down there. So I think if I Mage Tower, dungeon, reveal that, there's not a lot going on with just those. There's like 3 orcs. There's a monastery here and a dungeon down here. Definitely worried about card draw for the final showdown. But we did manage to keep him to only 5 turns that round. So that really helped kind of level things out from just a terrible from giving him too many turns the first round. But I mean, overall, it was a good round. We gave him a lot of turns. We still have 4 wounds in my deck. And we're going to definitely take... Ooh, do I keep planning for the 3rd day? That's an option. Nah, because our hand's going to be so big. You only draw as if your hand limit was 1 higher. So I don't think it makes sense because we're going to be well beyond our hand limit in that 3rd day for the most part. Probably, if this plays out the way I expect it to. So maybe we just take 1, go first, call it a day. I mean, Mana Steel is tempting, but I don't think it's worth it. I think I really want to go first. I might do Rethink. So let me see what my initial hand draw is. So we'll get to 3 cameras. Booyah. Into the Heat. Swiftness. Rage. Snowstorm. Stamina. Mana Pull. Yeah, I don't want to rethink that. I'm taking early bird, so it doesn't matter what Volcare rolls. He's after me again. I'm going to... Honestly, my units won't help me in the dungeon anyway. I could use my units like very aggressively here, and it's not going to matter. And I don't think I'm even going to need into the heat. Trying to think what else I would put sideways. I have the range. I mean, the into the heat I don't think is going to be very helpful this turn. Just looking at what I got going on. So I'm going to move 2, move 3, moves into the heat for move 4. That gets me into this mage tower. Again, it's on the wastelands. So I lose a reputation because I'm sieging a fortified site. Wings of Wind. Oh, super nice. I'm going to use the Utham Guardsman for block 4. Again, the ice golems are attacking me. These ice golems? What are these? Ice mages? These are ice mages. Or are they golems? They're mages. I think they're ice mages. Maybe golems. I don't know. One of those two. They're ice golems. Final answer. They are ice golems. Sometimes I get it right, people, and I save Sag the issue of having to type me comments about a month later. So I did a block 4. He's only attacking me with an ice attack 2. It does have paralyzed, but block 4 is not efficient, but it's enough to officially block him. And then I'm going to use the red cape monks, power them with a red. That's a fire attack 4. The fire attack is enough to kill the ice golems, even with their physical resistance, because it is totally efficient. Great. 5 fame. I get up to 29. Wings of Wind. Definitely want to load up on some whites if I can. And then Fireball comes out. Woof. Wow. Do I want to get a 4th spell? I don't know. I might. That goes there. I draw to my hand, which is 6. Wings of Wind. Act Surprised. And Crystallize. No wounds in my hand. This gets re-rolled. It's a black. I could use black mana down in the dungeon. I should put a shield there. Volcare's first turn in round 3. It is a red. He looks around, nothing to fight. He re-rolls this red on the source. It's a gold. I need 6 moves to get there. I can just fly there. I could just... Oh, I got 1 movement from that. It's great. So, Wings of Wind. When you play this, spend 1 to 5 move points and move 1 revealed space on the map for each. For each movement point, you must end your move in a safe space. Fine, I'm going to power that with the gold and a source. I'm going to use this as 1 point of movement. Crystallize as a 2nd point of movement. That's going to get me there. I'll use 2 more points of movement to reveal a tile. It is a keep. You don't have to worry about the rules because it is adjacent to 2 revealed tiles. But we get a Draconum, we get a keep, we get a ruins. Ooh, do I want to enter this now? Be really efficient. I think so. I think I'm going to enter this now. So this Draconum is just a fire dragon. Let me have used the gold to power this. Then I get to take these 2 and make them whatever color I want. I'll make them a blue and a white. To put the white here, and now I have the blue available for Snowstorm. I'm going to try to do that this round. And then we have the keep here. Remember, it would have been 6 points of movement from where I was. So this was a lot more efficient. To get there, I probably shouldn't have. I probably should have not explored, but I'm gambling that snowstorm's gonna be enough. Ooh. Even better. I mean, I can get siege attack 8 if I need it, because it's gonna be night rules. This is face down. Let me get a ruins. I'm gonna probably refigure this again. This filling this tile has not changed my strategy at all. It's day, spend 1 crystal of every type, get 10 fame. So white. Let me use. Let me undo this. I already have that. Let me have used the gold. I think this was a blue and a black. I think that was a blue and a black. I used the gold. I want to save. I used that, which is probably might have been a mistake. But now I have a white. If I need to, I can get siege attack 8 with snowstorm because night rules apply. So I'm going to enter the dungeon. Let me get a monster. Hopefully it's just an easy monster that I can just take the blue and mana draw and use another card. So let me something I can kill with range of siege attack 5. No. uh Do I want 2 wounds? I don't care too much. Or range attack 5. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll take the 2 wounds from. It's a crypt worm. Crypt worm is doing 6 points of damage. I don't have 6 block, so I'll take the 2 wounds. And again, he's fortified, so range attack is not going to be effective against him. I don't think it makes sense to waste crystals if I can help it. So I'm just going to play mana pull, use the blue that was in the source to give me attack 5, and then this power of pain, it gives me attack 7. We've killed the crypt worm. So if I use the stronger effect of blizzard, if I took the use a stronger effect of snowstorm and use blizzard, I was going to take a wound anyway. But I do have 6 wounds on my deck, so a healing turn might make some sense for sure. Oh, you know what? I was on a magical glade. I could have actually thrown away a wound, like early in the game. No, I wasn't. I wasn't. I was here. I wasn't in a magic. Oh, I wasn't a magical glade. Well, here at some point, I probably could have thrown away a wound from my deck, but it's optional, and I chose not to at that point for power or pain reasons. So that's a success. I use mana pull for its basic effects, so we do reroll both dice. It's a green and a red. These all go away. I still have the magic familiars. I'm going to draw to my. Oh, I get fame. I get 5 fame. I go from 29 to 34. We're going to get my reward for defeating a dungeon. Oh, we have to roll the die. It's blah. It's black. Okay. Fireball it is. So much for artifacts. I'm definitely looking for the diamond ring or the ruby ring now, but that's fine. We'll make that work. So that dungeon was sieged. We're going to draw to my hand limit, which is 6. So we get fireball, improvisation, promise, and stamina. Also, place a gray enemy. Warlord, that's wrong, dude. You don't place a gray enemy in quest. You only do that in return. Sorry, I had to miss a bunch of time and had a scare with my fridge. Thought it would die on me. Oh, look at those fancy units. Every time I got into the heat, the ice golems are confused. I would start dropping cards. Well, too late. Time to fly away, Superman. Dang, Fireball still sorry I'm left. You are an ultimate Dragon Slayer. This is shaping up nicely. Only issue could be crystals. See, Gregory's man, not spending crystals. Yeah, cave worm always ruining by range hands. Yay, those freaking cave worms. That's fine. So I definitely want to start moving aggressively. I think it is time to start getting some wounds out of my deck. So if I can move here, I might kill both of those. I mean, I have some things. I don't know. We'll see. White, still going this way. There is not a white in the source, but there's a gold. So he rolls the gold during day. It stays gold. My turn. Can I get there? But I think I want to stay in the magical glade. So I need 5 points of movement. So 2, 4. Nope, my bad. 3, 5. We go here. I'm going to take on the skirmishers. Range fire, attack 5. Skirmishers are dead. 1 reputation, 2 fame. Gets me up to 36. We're going to have a level up. End of my turn, I'm going to throw away a wound from my discard pile. I'll keep the wound in my hand. It could be useful. I'm going to start my next turn with a gold. I'll take that now to re-roll the red. It's a black. I'm going to look at the next 2 on my skill tree. Influence and polarization. I'll take polarization because I do want blood rage. Or do I want power crystals? I might want power crystals. I have enough attack. I'm taking another wound. Blood rage is great, but that's a lot of wounds, especially when I get fireball and snowstorm. I'm gonna take power crystal. I'm gonna take this cold fire attack 1 against 3 enemies. Forked lightning. That could be interesting, especially with my other range stuff going on. And I'll take power crystals. I don't love the rest of those for what I'm looking for. And having another skill that gives me attack could be super nice. So I'm not sure that was the right decision, but I kind of like it. So it's a fun little it's a fun little skill. Yeah, I don't even know if I reveal this tile, to be honest with you. Try to get the 48 would be good. I have enough opportunities to get fame. I think I can get the 48 without even doing that tile. Oh, I did this here. So that's fine. Draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Power crystals, determination, tranquility, and another wound. Back to work. Good luck, Greg. Bye all. Thank you, Brian. And Slay King says laters. All right, how many turns have we given this jerk this round? So he had 7 the first round. He had 5 the second. He's had 2 so far this one, so not all that many. Yeah, he's only moved the 5 away. He still has 4 spells in there, which makes me super nervous. He gets a green. He goes this way. There's a green at the source. He's going to roll it. It's a white. My turn. I have move 1, move 3. I'm going to play Tranquility to heal 1. I'm going to gain a green crystal. Power Pain is used. 5, block 6. Yeah, great. I'm going to move here. We're going to attack this dude. I'm going to block 5 with this gold. That's block 6, so the Wolf Riders have swiftness, but we've blocked them. That's actually block 7. I don't need to turn it sideways. Oh, I have this gold too. Great, so I'll use that gold, leave that gold in the source. That's block 7, totally blocked. Magic Familiars. Attack 5. They're super dead. I get 3 fame. I go from 26 to 29. 1 reputation back to 0. This goes away. So we're back down to 4 wounds. I think that's a reasonable amount with Power of Pain. I mean, Power of Pain is great, but you don't want like 12 wounds in your deck because that's not going to help you. So drawing up to my hand limit. So there's a wound. There's a move. There's Swift Bolt. Druidic Staff. Oh, give me a blue. I would love to get 2 more crystals. Volcare's 4th turn. No spells yet. It's a red. He looks around. Nothing to attack. We're going to use this gold. It's go back to a red. My turn. I get move 1. What gives you movement? The white. Green gives me heal 3. Ugh. The red lets me ready a unit. I'm going to get a white crystal. Ice Bolt. Move 1. I'm going to... Move 3. I'm going to reveal this. Another Mage Tower. You've got to be kidding me. Alright, we have a Ruin. We have an Orc in our face. Here's the Ruin. 3 white crystals. 3 white crystals and or mana to get 7 fame. We have this Mage Tower. I don't think I could take another spell. It's too much. Too much spells, uncle. And this orc is the skirmishers. I'm sorry, the trackers. I'm going to use your Riddick Staff. I'm going to discard the red to ready a unit. I'm going to ready the Magic Familiars. Yeah, I'm going to ready the Magic Familiars. I'm going to take on the trackers. They're going to give me... that's fine. I got to do it. I'm going to take 2 wounds. There's 3 wounds in my hand. And now I'm going to use this skill and this, and that gives me attack 6. So I didn't block them, so we have the elusive amount, but now they're super dead. And that's going to give me another reputation, another 3 fame, up to 42. So I'm back to 6 wounds in my hand. But I just want to keep it moving. These were used. These were used. This was used with Power of Pain. So 2... Yeah, 3 wounds in my hand. I have 1 more wound in my deck. 6 wounds total. That is fine. Hopefully I can get to this magical glade, kill these diggers, do this at the beginning of the next night, and kind of get myself ready to take on Volcare around here. Yeah, I'm just not in a place where I'm going to have a lot of card draw, which again is a little bit of a problem. We're going to go Volcare's turn. It is finally a spell. It's a red spell. He looks around to see if there's anyone with a fight within range 2. There is not. He rolls that die. It stays red. My turn. Move 1. Move 3. Move 5. What does that do for me? Nothing. I really want to move another space. I'm going to use the green crystal. I don't love it, but let me get there. Let's move 7. I use the green crystal. Fine. We're done. I have 2 more wounds in my hand. These go away. I draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Wound. Call to arms. Swiftness. And another march. Volcare's turn. It's green. He moves here. There's no green in the source. Is there a siege attack 3 in the source? No. Yeah, that did add assassin, which is why I had to assign the wound to me. Block. I can block him that way. And then attack 3. I just need a white. Excellent. That's a gold. All right, so I'm going to move 2, move 3. I get into the magical glade. We're going to take on the diggers. The diggers are attacking me with an attack of 3. I'm going to use power of pain to block 2. Swiftness for block 3, and then I'm going to use call to arms, use the ability of a thing in the source, attack 3, it's enough to kill the diggers. 1 fame, 2 reputation, or 1 reputation, 2 fame. This gets re-rolled. I ended my turn on the magical glades. I'm going to start with a gold, and I get to throw away a wound in my discard, back to 5 wounds. Draw up to my hand limit. I can declare end of round next turn. Volcare's turn. It's a wound. He rolls. It's a red. All right, I'm declaring end of round. How many turns did he have? I hope he only had 6. He might have had 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, he had 7 turns that round. He has 3 spells left, which is why he's so far back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 9 wounds left in his deck, so that is helpful. It's got to be knight, so I will not start with a gold. I'm going to start with a black instead, with the magical glade there. Again, I get artifact, hopefully an artifact. I get 2 more artifacts, and hopefully I'll be set up to do a big attack in day 3. But I want this to be a super short round, for sure. 5 wounds left. Power of pain. Let's make some stuff happen. What? Also, this is the right play. Critworm is deeply offended by being referred to as a mere cave worm. I would go for demolish. Take your hand limit, man. I don't... Did I not take 6? I don't know. You have to tell me if I didn't take 6. I thought I took 6. I don't think... It wouldn't matter with the number of turns, I don't think, if I was only taking 5. But I'm pretty sure I was taking 6. No? I didn't take any extra... yeah, I don't think it would have mattered with the wounds I took and stuff like that. But... when I would have established myself there briefly, so that would have revealed, but it's the magic familiars. Yeah, I definitely did not need more. So I have to pay the magic familiars to stay around. Definitely need more crystals. I'm going to pay them at the red. So red to red. This comes out. These come out. Magic talent and this go away. Blood rage is down to the bottom. New in the offer is peaceful moment, like that. That comes out. Chivalry, like that. Gaining Peaceful Moment could be fairly strong. This goes down. Over Whirlwind. We have revealed a core tile. So we're going to get an elite unit up top. It is the Amhotep Gunners. I can get them in a city or a keep. Here is some thugs. Here is the Fana Master, so not great elite units for me. And the Uthan Crossbowmen. Now I can get the Amhotep Gunners if I get them quick enough. If I can get myself 4 fame in here, and then I get Call to Glory, I can potentially get the Amhotep Gunners. Hopefully Volcare doesn't steal that from me. I rolled a black, black, green, white. That is 50% basic, so that is legit. This goes down. I changed the offer, right? Yeah, I took out Charm. Pretty sure misform. Someone let me know if I didn't. I think I just put out Whirlwind, but there's a chance I forgot to cycle that. But I'm pretty sure I just put out Whirlwind. All right, drawing my hand limit. You're missing a card. Did not matter. Probably would need to scroll back. Twilight Struggle with randomness. You roll red for Volcare. Yeah, I don't think it mattered. It was the end of the round. Like, I was calling it around. Monsters are minimum 4 fame. You will level. Yeah, I think if I rolled a red, like I probably should have taken a card or changed something. It didn't matter. It was the end of the round. I wasn't gonna. It was just kind of a waste of time at that point. But yeah, I do appreciate you pointing that out for the just the full the 100% correct approach of how to play this game. All right, concentration, stamina, power crystals, battle versatility. And here, I'll go back to both cameras so you can see what's going on with the fame track. So we're at 0 fame, reputation, and we're pretty close to a level up. We're at 44. You cycle spells, you're okay. Thank you, Sajid. Cool. All right. We're going to take night tactics. I'm worried. I tempting to take mana search, but I think I need to go first. So from the dusk it is. We're going to roll for Volcare, and we don't have to. We're just ahead of him. We're going to make the magic happen. All right, power crystals. Let me get a red. This black's not going to be useful. I have this to move to. I'm going to take on a monster. I have battle versatility, gives me range attack. But I really don't want to waste my thing. Again, my units are not going to help me because they're the worst. So we have Hydra. Hydra has 3 attacks of a 2. You have to address each of those attacks separately for the purpose of blocking. I can use Power Pain to block 1, which is super nice. The question is, how am I going to get the 6th attack? Concentration plus Battle Versatility is my 6th attack, so what else can I block? I only need 5 attack, really, because I have the... I have this attack 1. Again, it's another... I won't have... If I had like a swiftness, it'd be great because I can do concentration plus swiftness plus that and kill Hydra without having to block all this crap. But unfortunately, that wasn't meant to be. So I blocked 1, I blocked 2. I'm going to take a wound for the 3rd. And then I'm going to play concentration with this green. Get battle versatility. That gives me the stronger effect of battle versatility plus 2. That's enough to kill Hydra. That gives me 5 fame. That gets me up to 49. That gives me another level up. So my armor is now a 4. My hand limit is still a 6. And hopefully I get call to arms. I can take the Amhotep Gunners before Volcare snags them. Goes there. We're going to put a shield on here. If I do not want to roll a gold or a black, which just kind of guarantees that I will. That's a blue. These all go away. We are back to 6 wounds in my deck. I'm going to roll a mana die. It's a red. I get myself an artifact. Banner of Command. Wow. Well, that's another way to get a unit. Banner Command is nice when you can recruit and then kind of use that. You cannot use this for the Defana Masters. The problem is neither of these units can be recruited at a monastery, and that's the closest place where I can potentially recruit. No one can be recruited at a mage tower for that matter either. So that's one. I don't know if it's my favorite one. Amulet of Sun. Oh, man. I think I have to take the amulet. Or I take the Banner of Command and get the influence so I can go here and get myself Peaceful Moment, which is also fairly strong. The ability to re-ready units, although they're probably all going to be wounded, so I'm not sure how strong that really will be. But it does give me another way to heal, and I do think I have a couple more wounds than is ideal. I mean, another thing about a command is I just guarantee myself the unlimited gunners. But Banner Command gives me a sneaky way to get a 6th unit. I just don't have the recruiting opportunities on the board, which is the problem. What are the gunners again? Oh, that ranged fire attack 6 is so sick, dude. It's really nice. Call to Glory could be super buried too, but I have the black. I have 2 white crystals. I have so many spells. I think I take Amulet of the Sun and just hope Call to Glory gives me all my type gunners. But that is definitely a very nice way just to guarantee myself the gunners. I'm gonna take the banner. I really need those gunners. That range fire, and I just don't know what a Call to Glory is. The amulet it's fine. Hopefully I'll get enough crystals other way around, so I just can't worry about it. My hand's not gonna be that huge, so that's that. So we did our level up, and we have another thing. So I drew on my hand limit, which is 6. Watch the Call to Glory is going to be the very next card. Tranquility, Call to Glory, so predictable. I mean, sneaky way to get a 5th unit if I can figure it out. And then improvisation. Call to Glory. That was so freaking predictable. All right. Volcare's first turn. It's a blue. He's re-rolling the blue. It's a red. None of these guys are going to help me because they're the worst. I'm going to move 2 with this skill, move 2 more with this skill, get into the monastery. I'm going to heal 1. I'm going to do Call to Glory, white crystal thing. No, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, I'm not going to have the recruitment opportunities. I mean, this would have to come out of my hand well, let's gamble. Let's try to get a 5th one. All right, so I'm going to white, black, recruit this for free. I'm up to gunners in the house. And hopefully I get a unit like a recruit. But I'm going to burn the monastery down. Maybe I try to get over to that village. I do have Wing of Wind. Wings of Wind. Can I burn this sucker down? I don't have much else going on this round. I'll just do it next turn. I'm going to drop Banner a command. Take this, roll. That's a gold now. Draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Back to 5 wounds. Wound. March. Mana pull. Wound. Snowstorm. That should do. Volcare's turn. Second turn. It's a white. He moves here. There's a white in the source. He re-rolls it. Make it blue, please. Thank you. Burning then a monastery. Losing 3 reputation. Grabbing a random mage. I would like that. Beautiful fire mage is excellent. Playing snowstorm. Range attack 5. Killed that. I get 5 fame. I go from 49 to 54. Reroll that. I'm going to drop some cards. I will drop. Uh-oh. I missed a bunch of stuff. All right. What a lucky draw. Range attack 5 + 1. You can range it. You play mana for Magic Familiars. Twilight Struggle, read battle versatility. I could have ranged what? Oh. I could have ranged it. Right, I had that. I could have ranged it. I just took the 1 wound. Hey, I can't go back there. I'm not going to go back there now. That's fine. I healed that wound anyway with Tranquility. Yeah, I definitely could have ranged it. Oops. I forgot about the skill. Yep, that's fine. I took the 1 wound. I already healed it. Yeah, that would have been a much better play. Good call. Good call. I would take the banner and use it next round. Hopefully, have to bell now. Let me channel my Manicore powers away from this playthrough. Cheers. Do you prefer Volcare's Quest over Return? I do, Chris. I just find it just a little bit more like chaos in a way I really like. It's just nuts. Sagitt last. The Hydra, forget it, happens. Yep, I got it. I got it. You guys are so smart. All right. I want to go through cards on my deck. I want to move a billion. I want to try to get over there, but Wings of Wind is going to be the way to do it. I'm not sure if I could use this for another 2 attack if I didn't need it. I mean, I wasn't blocking 12, that's for sure. I'm gonna drop improvisation. That gets a thing. I'm gonna have to get. No. Yeah, we're good. Trying to think how I'm gonna use that banner. I want to try to get a 5th unit, so if I can get over to that swampy swamp, that'd be good. I'm gonna draw the next 2 artifacts. Endless Gem Pouch. I don't hate that. Soul Harvester's fine, but Endless Gem Pouch is where it's at. I'm gonna need crystals, crystals, and more crystals. I draw to my hand limit, which is 6. So Endless Gem Pouch and March. Volcare's turn. It's a wound. He rolls this die. If he rolls a red, the thugs go away. He does. I mean, you never can trust the thugs, so that's not surprising. You go there. My turn. I'm playing Mana Pull, powering it with the white, turning 2 dice to whatever color I want. I'm going to make them both green. So I have that. I'm going to play March for move 4, March for move 8, this for move 10. And this Gem Pouch, I'm going to roll a mana die twice. I gain a crystal of any color of my choice. I will gain a white. Nope, I'll gain a blue. Nope, I'll gain a red. Rolling again. I'll gain a white. It's fine. I have moved 10. I haven't done that yet. So I'm going to get into 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, and I have this over here. So I moved 12. 2, 4, 6, 8. Move 12 is still not enough, is it? 2, 4, 6. I need 13 to get in there because it's 5 at night. So if I do 4, 6, 8, I'll save this march, and I'll still turn this to green to control the source a little bit. Because I have moved 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That gets me here. I'm going to get into that magical glade, heal a crystal. These go back. This was rolled for the endless gem pouch. This gets re-rolled because it powered mana pull. That's a gold. This comes off. These go into my discard pile. I draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Determination. Come on, where's Wings of Wind? Wings of Wind! 4. My rotation is only a -1. Oh, I drew 1 too many, so that's 6. Volcare's turn. It's a green. He comes back here. There is a green on the source. He re-rolls it. It's blue. I can potentially do some heal there. Great. I'm going to play Wings of Wind, power with the white. I'm going to spend 2, 4 points of movement, get myself into the village. While in the village, again, my modifier is -1. I want to do some healing. I'm going to use the Magic Familiars for influence 3. Power of Pain gives me influence 5. This is influence 6. 1 point of healing for that's silly. I'll hold on to that. Yeah, so that's influence 5. That gives me 1 point of healing, so I'll heal that. End of my turn, I'm going to drop Determination. These go back. We use this. These go away. I'm going to draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Druidic Staff. Crystallize. I would like, 2 crystals of any color. Super nice. Swiftness and Swiftness. Volcare's turn. It's a red, or it's a wound. He rolls this. There's nothing to actually worry about there. That's crazy. I wish I had the Banner Command in my hand, because then I could have recruited the crossbowman to it. That's fine. We'll be in the village. I should be able to get something. Maybe I can get a heroes or something early next turn. My turn. I'm going to play. I'm going to discard Crystallize. Get 2 crystals of any color. I will get 2 blues. I'm going to. Now I have power of. Nope. Oh, I can't heal. I can't heal anymore. Oh, I forgot a pillage. Yeah, I'm pillaging. I should have 2 more cards. Promise. There we go. Give me a wound. Nope. Into the heat. Great. I just need influence 4. I'm going to discard this, this, and this. That heals another point of healing. These, I'll just drop all the rest of my cards. Grab these here. Rage and Swift Bolt. Ah. Well, so much for getting that white crystal. It's not going to happen. Volcare's turn. It's a wound. We're not even going to roll. So he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards. So if we're going to give him 6 turns a round, we're 1 ahead of where we want to be. All right, these all ready. I'm going to get rid of that, make it a blue. I'm just going for 1 attack this round if possible, and I'm going to very aggressively go through my hand. Wings of Winds is probably going to be what I use to get into place to attack him at the end of this round. I'm going to reset the source. It's 2 blues, a red, and a green. We reset the units. Give me something good I can get in a village. Cannot get the Ultim Guardians in the village. I can get the the Guardsmen in the village. I cannot get the Ultim Guardians in the village. I can get the Guardian Golems. Ooh, well, there's definitely an argument to drop the Ultim Guardsmen. I think 5 units Into the Heat is going to be stronger. Although Into the Heat with the Ultim Guardians is super nice. I gotta shuffle up my deck. There's no more monasteries, so we don't have to replenish that. There should be another Brave Valor. Nope, there shouldn't. I lied. Yep, there should. Another Brave Valor skill. It's the cooperative skill. That could be actually really nice. Alright, this goes away. Blood Rage goes away. Chivalry's in there. Not mind getting my hands on that. And then Explosive Bolt. Oh, what did I do? Oops. This is Volcare's deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's correct. These go on the bottom of this. Misform goes away. And we get this. I draw to my hand, which is... Oh, these should have been shuffled in my deck. So guys, I'll show you the Fame track where we're at. Just drop 1 wound from your hand, should balance. You may do it in the movement phase and drop the wound without moving. Yeah, it's fine. I'm down to 4 wounds. I think with Power of Pain especially, like I'm not that worried about it. And the way I use cards is different. Like I'm down to 4 wounds. Like I'm kind of, I think that's, I mean, am I right? 1, 2, 3. I'm down to 3 wounds. Wolf. That's crazy. 2. Yeah, I only have 3 wounds on my deck with Power of Pain. I'm good with that. There's a nice little flexibility of having that wound and making sure I'm using that skill. Hydra's out. I was holding on to Hydra. I love her so much. All right, I would like Druidic Staff, Stamina, Threaten, Improvisation, and March. Druidic Staff will let me move there. Super interesting. I can do some crazy pillaging. I think I go first with Rethink. I'm not going to discard any of those cards. Mana Steel would be also tempting. The Right Moment is also tempting, but it's the right moment. You're giving him the same amount of turns. All right, let me take Mana Steel. I'm gonna gamble a little bit with that. Rolling a die for Volcare. He rolls a 6, which is the right moment, so I'm still first. I'm gonna take the green. Nope. I'm gonna take the blue. Trying to think of the cards in my hand. I'll take the red. You can never really go wrong with red. And oh yeah, all my units are using red, so that's good. My first turn, I'm going to use Druidic Staff, drop stamina, get 2 crystals of any color. I'm going to take 2 whites. And I'm going to drop. I need to getting here would be pretty cool. I'm going to drop this. I'll hold on to all the range attack I can get, and I'll drop this. Oh, I should have pillaged the village too. Yeah, I'm not recruiting again. Not recruiting again. That's why I can wound a unit. I can use the cult. I could use the banner command to my advantage. So I'm going to pillage the village off 2 more cards in my hand. There's a call to command. The banner command. Oof. A -2. Let me do it this way. So I'm in the village. I had 8 cards. I used that. If I use the banner command for influence 4, improvisation, I discard march for influence 7, threaten for influence 9, -2, so that gives me 7. I can take another Utham Guardsman and put them here. And then with Into the Heat, having 5 units, that's probably better than just giving myself 1 more unit. But I really don't want to wound. Well, if I use Into the Heat, I can't wound these dudes anyway. But I can get a huge attack on this at the end of the round. I do want to hold on to mana pull, most likely. I think that's the way to do it. All right, so I remembered to pillage. That was clutch, and now I can pillage with impunity because I'm just going to try to burn through my deck, get all my strongest cards, get myself in place to do 1 big attack before the end of the round. So I draw to my hand number, which is 6. Snowstorm, yes, that's one of the 6 cards I want. Swiftbolt, that's a lot of range attack already. So those 3 cards are great. March, a wound, and Wings of Wind. There we go. I'm going to pillage again. I get 2 more. A wound. And call to arms. The Hall to Arm gives me attack 5. I mean, I can get an attack 8. That's sick. I think I want to keep Call to Arms too. Alright, Volcare's turn. It's a wound. It's his first turn this round, so he has 10 cards left in his deck. He rolls a black, we're good. I needed to nope, I do the mana steal. That's right. My turn. I'm going to rest. I'm going to drop. I think I even dropped mana pull. I'm going to drop these 2 wounds and drop March and drop mana pull. So we're not going through cards quick enough again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 was my second turn. I think I dropped this swiftness as well. Alright, drawing up to 6, I get Tranquility and Endless Gem Pouch. I'm going to pillage the village. I get 2 more cards. I get Stamina and a wound. Volcare's turn. It's a spell. He moves 2 to go there. He does re-roll the blue. So there's his first movement spell. He still has a green spell and a white spell in his deck, and that's awful. I think he got all of his red cards out, though. Here's his red spell, red card, red card, red card. Yeah, he has no more red cards, so no more of this weird attack. I'm still looking for Into the Heat. I'm going to use Endless Gem Patch, roll a mana die twice. Blue, I get a blue crystal. Rolling again, I get a green crystal. Super nice. I think I have to move. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still have 10 cards in here. What is happening? I still don't have Fireball. I still don't have Battle Versatility. I don't have either of my Rages. I don't have Into the Heat, which is the big one. That is the big one. I'm going to play... Well, I'm going to draw cards anyway. Should hold on to that. I'm going to play Wings of Wind with... I'm going to power it with this white. I'm going to play this. That gives me move 2. Did I go through all my movement? 1. That's a lot of my movement. I still have that. I need Into the Heat. This. Yeah, move 2. I go there. End of my turn, I can throw away a wound from my discard pile. I'm going to start my next turn with a gold. Nah, I'll throw away a wound from my hand. I take a wound in combat, then I power a pain that way. I still very much need Into the Heat. There's nothing else I want to get rid of, though. So I'm going to do this. I can give everyone physical resistance, too. Oh, that's sick. I draw to my hand, which is 6. Into the Heat, please. Nope. Swiftness. Into the Heat, please. Nope. Rage. Volcare's turn. It's a wound. He rerolls this. It's not a green. My turn. I need to use a card. That's move 2. I think I use this to get a white crystal. I draw to my hand limit. Oh, I can get rid of the rage too. I'll drop the rage. I draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Crystallize. Oh, determination. Volcare's turn. It's a wound. He rolls this. Is it a green? Nope. My turn. I'm going to use crystallize. Power it with the green. Get a green crystal. Nope. I lied. I'm going to power it with the blue. Get a red crystal. Drop the termination. Oh, I have this gold. I don't need to power with anything. I start my next turn with the gold. I can throw away a wound from my hand to discard pile. I'll roll throw away this wound. And I could have done that. What did I do last turn? I could have done that twice, yeah. I've been on that 3 times. I went once, he pulled the wound. I went again. I did it. I threw away a wound. He pulled the wound. I threw away a wound. He pulled the wound. This is my 3rd turn, so I'm throwing away that. I draw to my hand limit, which is 6. Power, crystals, and battle versatility. Woof. Into the Heat is in the bottom 4 cards on my deck. His turn. It's a white. So he initially is starting a battle with me. I am attending. And I just hope I pull battle Into the Heat. I do. Woof. That was super close. He is actually going to end here on this turn, which is crazy. But his turn goes, there's no white for him to roll in the source, but we're battling here, and he's definitely going to end here. If he was going to end here, then I have to move adjacent at the end of my turn. But we're battling here, he will end here, which means that I will actually end this whole turn in a magical glade again, which is going to allow me to actually throw away wounds. So we're battling on that magical glade. I'm going to clear all this crap off the board. And just got super lucky that I'm finally getting Into the Heat. Beginning of my turn, I'm spending this gold to power Tranquility to draw 2 more cards. Oh, I haven't been showing you the other camera. Here we go. And that's going to give me Promise and Into the Heat. So I think this is like a Rage. No, I don't even have Rage. Oh, Fireball. I did not. Or Concentration. Wow. It's really bad. The other thing, I didn't use Mana Pull, which would allow me to use black during the day, but like I had to. I was getting stuck. So didn't get Fireball, but everything else is fine. And I have a bunch of crystals. So we're gonna reveal Volcare's little army here. I need to kill at least 4 for him to lose his next turn. He has the Storm Dragon. Don't hate that. It's only 1 wound. I did know they were there. The Draconum Summoner is super awesome. That was the one I accidentally looked at early. I was like, well, I'm not going to take that out. That'd be super cheaty. We have the Altum Mages. We have the Almatep Gunners. The Orc War Beasts. The Cursed Hag. The Prowlers. The Ironclads. More Ironclads. And more Prowlers. We're going to attack with Volcare himself. He attacks. It's a blue. He's doing an ice attack with Brutal with Assassin. So that's going to be 2 wounds from Volcare, if not blocked. That's going to be 2 wounds from the Ironclads, if not blocked. 2 wounds from these Ironclads, if not blocked. 1 wound from the Prowler. 1 wound from the Prowler. I'm going to use this red to use Into the Heat. So that was from Mana Seal. So I still have access to a die from the source. I just know I'm doing Into the Heat. The Swamp Dragon is going to be 2 wounds and 2 wounds into my discard pile. The Altum Mages are going to be 2 wounds and 2 wounds into my discard pile because they have Brutal and Poison. The Draconum Summoner, who knows? 1 wound from the Storm Dragon. 3 wounds from the Amethyst Gunners. 2 wounds from the Orc Warbeast. And finally, the Cursed Hag is 1 wound and 1 wound. Let me see what I can do with range attack here. So, none of these have range attack, but I can give everyone physical resistance. But I can't assign wounds. It doesn't matter giving them all the physical resistance, I can't assign wounds because of Into the Heat. So I'm going to play Call to Arms with a white, and I'm going to basically have this attack 8 from the Altum Guardians, because it's an attack 5 plus Into the Heat. I'm going to raise all my units by 3, and Call to Arms, I use this as if it one of my units. So Into the Heat will apply to him. And actually, let me do the one. That's not going to matter. I'll do, well, he's indecisive, but I can still use him. There's no chance he goes away between now and then. We have I could draw all my cards this way. Excellent. I'm going to power this. I'm going to power a magic of power crystals with the green, because I don't need that many greens. What else am I using a green for? I only have 1 card that needs a green. And now I can draw 2 cards. And now I have my entire hand, my entire deck that's left in my hand, which is exactly where I want to be, so I can declare end of round after this turn. Obviously, if I take any wounds to my discard pile, that could be bad, so we're going to try to avoid that. Woo! Easy. Easy game. So, we have Fire Attack 5. I'm just going through all my range attack. I'm going to get... They're going to do the little dance over here for now, which is fine. They have range Ice Attack 5. We have Cold Fire Attack 1 against 3 different units. We have Battle Versatility, which is and I can do this. I could do that too. Yeah, I'll do this. So that's going to give me a range attack 5. We have this, which is range attack 3. And then we have this silly card, which isn't going to help us at all. I have range fire attack 9 here. And that's my only ranged attack. All right, my only ranged elemental attack. Nope, I lied. I have ranged fire attack 14 and ranged ice attack 5. So this should be nice. And then I have this. I literally, if you add all that up, elemental attack, I have 10, 19 plus 3. I have ranged fire and ice attack 22 with all of those, with that card plus that, but it has to be against 3 different units. This is 8. Altum Mages are dead. Where's the Draconum Summoner? He's super dead. Did I bury him? I have so much glare here. I must have buried him. Draconum Summoner, come back. Yeah, accidentally buried him. Let me find the Draconum Summoner. Where are you? Oh, that's so stupid. Where did I put him? There he is. He's very much buried here. Excellent. So, 8. So again, it's 5 plus 5 plus 9 plus 3, so 22. So that's 8, 16. I cannot group them because they have ice resistance. So that would give everyone ice resistance, and I kind of want to just keep the snowstorm in it, keep the math simple. It is what it is. They do have a fire attack, which is nasty, though. Mm. This, oh yeah, they don't have, right. Yeah, this is fine. 8, 16, and both ironclads are out. So Volcare is definitely losing his next turn because that's 4 right there. So all these wounds are out. And all these units are out. That math worked out really well. Again, it's 9 because I went to the heat. Plus 10, plus 3. There's 3 units there, so the cold fire attack 1. It triggers 3 times. And they all at physical resistance. Out. We have now ranged attack 8 with concentration plus battle versatility plus swiftness. With that range attack 8, I think can't assign. Oh, I don't want to take that many wounds. I think I just kill the gunners, man. There might be a better way to do this, but I mean, those gunners are super nasty. Everyone else should be pretty easy to block, so they're just dead. It's a little overkill, but I'm fine with it. So they're dead. So I've used all of these cards. I'm not going to refigure this math. Well, I'll leave it out just so I can go through it again, but I'm very reluctant to refigure that math. It is what it is. So gunners are dead. So I've killed one of the dragons, both of the city garrisons. We have and we have 4 orcs left. We have 1 dragon, and we have 1 city garrison. And I should be able to kill a lot of them this turn. I do not want to get knocked. If I got knocked out, it's not the worst. I just want to prevent it. So we have a block 7 here. That's swiftness. That's not great. I'd have no wounds. There would be block 16 to block the Storm Dragon. I am not wasting that much block on the Storm Dragon. Do I need this fire attack? No. Alright. We're going to do a block 7 with the golems. That's going to be enough to block Volcare. We're going to do a block. I'm sorry, not the golems, the Utham Guardsmen. We're going to do a block 7 with these Utham Guardsmen. That's going to be enough to block. Yeah, I don't have a block card in my hand. I don't have a wound in my hand to play sideways. And I have a block 7. I have a block 10 here. Oof, never mind. Remember, I have block 4. I power it with a blue, so that's block 3 plus into the heat. So that's block 10 for the Magic Familiars. That's enough to block the Swamp Dragon. So that dude's blocked. I blocked Volcare. I blocked this dude. How many wounds are we looking at now? 3 wounds. I can very much live with. I do not want to take a wound to my discard pile. So I just want to clear end of round on my turn. For real. So I'm going to use the red cape. No, I'm going to use the Utham Guardsman to block the cursed hag so I don't get a wound in my discard pile. Well, I'm drawing out to my hand at the end of the turn. It doesn't really matter. I'm looking at 5 wounds no matter what. And then I'm not going to get knocked out, so then I could use that. I think I keep this attack 6, attack 14. Attack 16. It's fine. I'm going to take these 5 wounds to my hand. They all have to go to my hand. I cannot assign it to my units because they entered the heat. And now we're going to go to the melee phase. I have attack. I could use the red to get attack 7. I have this attack here with Call to Arms. That's attack 8. Because again, I use them as if they're one of my units. I have a wound which I can discard with Power of Pain to give me attack 10. That'd be enough to kill the Swamp Dragon. And I can group something with it. Don't think it makes sense to get to the 7 because this attack 17 is not going to help. Don't know if it makes sense to kill both Prowlers, so I'll just use the attack 6 and I'll kill the Orc War Beast. So yeah, attack 18, 8, 4, attack 16 is enough to kill there. It's a little inefficient, but now we're down to 3 Orcs and the Storm Dragon. So everything's dead. We're going to check out our fame. We have 4, 8, 17, 25, 32, 35, 42. I go from 54 up to 96. It's going to be 2 level ups. I will drop Promise at the end of my turn. So whatever I add, I'll be able to add to my hand of 4 wounds. I'm going to get a skill 2 and another card. Oops, that's one of Bravelar's. Well, I had 2 of Bravelar's. I'm not going to take either of them. I'm looking for motivation. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll still take motivation. And then I want to take chivalry. This goes down. This goes down. Volcare is down to 4 enemies. These are all out. Volcare flips. He does continue his movement, however. So I'm going this a little bit out of order, just kind of getting everything done, but not the most efficiently. So he would actually move here and here. I stay here. At the end of my turn, I would have thrown away a wound, which is good. This would go in my discard pile. This gets re-rolled. This goes away. This goes in my discard pile. This also gets re-rolled. Remember, I had 2 because I had Mana Steel. That's a blue. And I got another one of these. My hand limit is now 7. This also goes away. Since now we go to my turn. I just ready my thing. We go to his turn. He readies his thing. Because again, I defeated at least 4 enemies. I go to my turn. I declare end of round. Let's get to night. In this level, you need luck for sure. But last time I won Volcare in 15 level, I was very lucky with spells and units. But you play very well until now. Yeah. Look under your cards. Both ironclads. Yep. In fact, you kill the dragon. Take 1 wound and play it as a block 2. And then attack with the red monks, or that way. The good thing is that you should gain motivation at this point. Yeah. It would have been bananas if I didn't. So yeah, I'm going to have 9 cards. He is a very, very small garrison. I feel very good about this. And none of my units are wounded, which is ridiculous. So, so we're getting all these guys back. I'm going to power this dude with the blue again, because I can hold on to the red. Yeah, that was really, really sick. Yeah, that banner command really came in clutch. getting that extra Uthim Guardsman. I mean, I didn't get knocked out, just being able to do a bunch of attack, and had a bunch of range attack with both Fireball and Snowstorm. Power Crystals, I think, is for me, I think it's my favorite card in the mini Ultimate Edition expansion. It just gives you that extra flexibility, the heal, the move, the card draw. It's like, yes, thank you. It just does a lot of really good things. Now he still has a green spell, and since he's at the edge of the board, he will be going bam bam. So I do want to make sure that I get in his way. So I do want to probably just want to chill here. I will start the turn with the black because it's going to be night, and this gold will go here. I'm going to re-ready the units in the offer. We get an elite. It is the catapults. Here is the savage monks. Here is the fire golems, and then the thugs, rolling these 4 dice. It's a black, a gold, and 2 blues. Feel better about giving the magic familiars a blue. That's fine. I draw to my, well, you have to cycle these. It's green. We cycle this out. It is a tremor. He only has 6 cards left, so we held him to 5 turns. So yeah, that was my approach that was really bad in my last few games, so that I just wasn't aggressively going through cards in my deck in that last day. I definitely got a little lucky with the card draws, and I was able to pillage and get Heroes Wings of Night, and just kind of, I saved Tranquility to draw 2 more cards. I drew Magic or Power Crystals, draw 2 more cards, so it was really nice to get through my entire deck. And now we can draw to my hand limit. So I can kind of show you where we are on the Fame track. So yeah, we're here. We're 3 away from another level up. And that's fine. So cards, I'm actually going to just leave it on this at this point, and we'll just draw my cards face up on the board. So we have Fireball, we have March, we have Swiftness, we have Snowstorm, we have March, we have Battle Versatility, and Rage. I'm definitely going first. I'm going to take Long Night. And I Manisher's is tempting, but especially since he still has the green in there, I just want to get this done. It's going to be 5 movement to get in there during the day. I'm not excited about that. So I think, again, I just move, get in his way, and call that. Although I do have the movement. Silly. I mean, I can't ask for a much better offer. Screw it. We're going to do draw 2 cards. I have the least fame because it's a solo game. I get a red crystal. So I have a red and a black. I'm going to use Power of Pain with this. That's move 6. We are attacking Volkare. So if at the end, if he's still there, I just have to back up. I can get in his way that way. We're going to see his same units. He's in a roll. He's attacking with the blue, so the same exact attack. Honestly, I think I can take all these wounds and not get knocked out. Wound, 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 and 2 wounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That would not knock me out unless I do Fireball or Snowstorm, which I will. So I'm gonna have to block at least 1. Well, I have this extra red range fire attack. Yeah. So I'm gonna use this red range fire attack 6. Wipes out these 2. Dead. I have this blue, which I'll use this blue. That's ranged ice attack 5, kill the cursed hag. I will block Volcare with the let's block this one to just get it down to 7. So it's only 14 attack. They are all None of them are physically resistant, so I might be overkill here. I mean, none of them have any resistances at all. So if I have this too, so I only needed 5. I only needed 8. Let me not use either of those. I'll use that, and I can save Snowstorm, but Snowstorm is not useful. That's fine. This is enough. Yeah, I'll still have this 3 attack in the melee phase then, but it's really wasting it. That bothers me. Let me hold on to the Amhotep Gunners, and I'll hold on to that red, and then I'll power that, and that attack 8 enough to carry out these 3 with this skill. So they're all dead. All right, what can I block? Right, I started. All right, yeah, I have that, which is sick. Great. So if I get 14 block, I can kill that dude easily because again, elusive is a 14. Sorry, 16 block. So it's 4 doubled because it's ice attack, unless I have fire block. Oh, I do have fire block. Easy game. So I'm gonna power this with this. That's fire block 4. So that means I just need 8 physical block again because it's the way it doubles. So it doubles once because it's ice attack, and then doubles again because of swiftness. But since I have fire block, that's efficient. So it's effectively just 8 points of physical block and 4 points of fire block, and I'm good. So this is going to be 7 block there, and I can play a card sideways. That's 8 block. This dude's totally blocked, and now we just get into the. So if we go into, it's only going to be 7 points of attack to kill him now, because again, elusive is now triggered. I can actually block Volcare too, I think. Yeah, I'll just block him with block 4. Again, this also counted twice against swiftness. Oh, that's sick. So I don't even need to use the magic familiars, and I can hold on to this card. Yeah, I use the Utham Guardsman. So a combination of the fire block 4 and the Utham Guardsman, that gave me the block I needed to block him. And I have a bunch of blocks. So then I'll use this guy to block Volcare. So I take no wounds, except I'll just take the wound for the fireball, or I even need to do that. I can do range fire attack 5. I just need 2 more attack. Yeah, I can just do that or any of that. Anyway, he's super dead. Volcare will not have his next turn, but he has no more army, so he runs away, scared anyway. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's how it's supposed to go, kids. So sick, man. Oh, that was fun. That was really fun. That was I don't know if it was worth 4 attempts over the last month. The crazy thing is, like, I've had so little time with other games. Like, I literally have not played Mage Knight other than the games you've seen on camera. Like, it's just bananas. But it's just nice that there's very few games I'll do that with. Mage Knight, Spirit Island are like among the two. But even Spirit Island, I want to do every challenge is so different. I've played Volcare's Quest so many times in the past that I felt comfortable. Like, screw it, let's see what happens. That was really, really crazy. What is going on? Woo! Yeah, well, take back the banner maybe. You have the extra command token. Yeah, but then I'd have to disband the Utham Guardsman. I didn't really want to do that. Finish him. That's a hand of kings. Oh yeah, that was a great hand. Arythea OP. I don't know, man. I feel like I have a Krang normally, but things did not work out. Oof. What's going on? Why do I have some backwards cards here? Stop it. What is happening? Who is doing this? So yeah, cool. We will not have another Maze Night for a little bit, unfortunately. I just do not have the time to get one on the channel in the next 2 weeks. Again, I have a whole bunch of things planned. I'm like throwing wounds around. Honestly, in the end, I think I end up with like, oh, I took 5 wounds that last battle. So I ended up with like 5, maybe 6 wounds. Someone do my score. My score is probably good. I think I ended up with 4 wounds in that last battle. Yeah, because there's 3 in my hand and 1 there. That was really sick. I didn't even take a wound because of fireball. Also sick. Yeah, I really do think. I had someone be like, "Hey, maybe you just don't attack Volcare at all in the 3rd day," and I think that's a mistake. I mean, you're going to want your strongest cards twice, and just because of Into the Heat having 5 units, the combination of Call to Glory and the Banner of Command. I mean, this feels like Norowas, right? I mean, you give Arythea the ability to have units like Norowas. I mean, like, oh, game over, dude. Like, and that's hard to pull off with her. Like, I find it easier to get something like this with Krang, just because of his skills and just because of, again, that ruthless coercion thing that he has. What is it? It's not ruthless coercion. It's his. No, it is ruthless coercion. Yeah, that skill is really sick. Like, that's his version of threaten. It's really bananas. But this was super fun, man. I love Quest when it comes together. It's like super special, and I love like that level 14 Volcare is just so crazy. And generally, there's a predictability to his movement in a way that Volcare's return, you just have so many games that just kind of fall apart because the movement doesn't work out, and it's just a lot rarer for that to happen with Volcare. Of course, there's those games where he'll have 7 wounds buried at the bottom of the deck, and there you are, like, trying to figure it out, and it's a little rough. But this was great, man. Those early tiles were just Christmas. I mean, it's like so many cool things to decide, and yeah, my hand wasn't cooperating, but just finding a way, like, what makes the most sense, right? If I can muddle over here, get summon the magic familiars in the magical glade, kind of set myself up to do that the very first turn of the next round, taking preparation, having the snowstorm. Just what a really this is Maze Knight when it comes together, man. This was great. I mean, if I didn't win with Into the Heat, Snowstorm, and and Call to Glory, and Wings of Wind, and the Druidic Staff, and the Endless Gem Pouch, I would have just needed to quit. Never play Maze Knight again. But we'll be back in November. I promise, early November. Dursu, give me a date, man. We'll get you on. We'll do Return to Apocalypse, and then we'll kind of see what I want to do from there for sure. Sad to go buy food, but I'm back. Jonathan got there. Woof. I love the woof. It's an ambiguous woof. I love that scenario so much that I actually secretly wanted you to lose. I'll see you playing it with all the mages. I'll probably be back to other mages in the future. Gotta show is your unique cards this game, like spells and action cards, powerful deck you made. Yeah. It's really sick. Okay, our turn to go and play now because of your video. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Well, hello for the closure, it seems. Was this a win? Dude, I didn't even wound a unit. So sick, dude. Oh, it's so crazy. Yeah, dude, it was bananas. But some things for sure. I mean, I like it. I might watch this one myself later. So I actually do watch these occasionally. It's fun. It's fun / weird to go back and watch my old ones, where I was still kind of learning a lot of things. I mean, I say that as like someone who had like audio issues for the first 10 minutes of today. So thank you again for sticking through that. Thanks to Sajid, especially for triggering the thought in my head. It's like, oh yeah, that's what's going on. Great, let me fix that really quick. But I do need to run. I am heading off to my parents' house tonight to see my grandfather tomorrow. So it'll be good to have a birthday lunch with him, his 97th. So his first birthday in 70 somewhat years without my grandmother. So it's going to be a special, emotional and good day. So I'm looking forward to spending time with them tomorrow. That's why I'm not live streaming tomorrow. I'll be back on Wednesday with Cloudspire, and then rounding out the week again with Horizon Zero Dawn and PAX Premiere 2nd edition. Sajid bananas. Someone needs to give me I just need to put what slogans you guys want on t-shirts, man. I'll throw them up in my Teespring. We can start doing woof. We can get some bananas. I'll get a whole solo playthroughs, board gaming clothing line going. It'll be great. That'd be super sick. I mean, what's my fame? I don't know. Someone could figure out the score. This score is actually good. I had 4 wounds and another 14 fame, so we get 110. So I don't know, whatever that means. It would have been better if I could have wiped them out in the day, right? Because then I had the whole extra round. I don't even. Someone needs to tell me how the scoring works more than I do. But that 22 ranged fire plus ice attack was amazing, dude. So fun. Slobodon says good game. Sagittarius says good vibes to all of you. I don't have a single T with slogans, but I would consider a woof. Woof. And then on the back, solo playthroughs. That's right. Or just his solo playthroughs in the front and like Wolf in the back. Oh man, it's hilarious. Good times. But we gotta get through spelling, man. It's like there seems to be a split in the community. Is it WOOF or is it WUFF? Team Manticore. Oh, I'll think of this, but I'm gonna be away for 2 weeks. I'll have time to think. Warlord, have a good time with your family. I'll let you update for Apocalypse, and I'll message you for fix the scenario this Monday. Awesome. Mess fix. Well, are you tweaking it? Don't tweak it, man. I'm like, I can't learn new rules. This brain of mine has no more room. No, I knew you wanted to tweak it a little bit. I love it as it is personally, but if you're making some changes, let me know, and I'll be sure to make sure we're doing the designer's intent from top to bottom for sure. But yeah, I think that will be the next Mage Knight. We'll do that sometime in November. But this was great, everyone. Thank you so much. This chat was hilarious. I hope everyone has a great couple of days. I'll be back on Wednesday, and until then, happy gaming.
Solo.